Yeah, I didn't see that you put it right there. So it went all over the place. Yeah, it should have never been brought in here. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that in case there was no audio or anything before. I just saw that note because I wear sunglasses, so I couldn't see when the guy handed it to me. Never saw it. So that was as of a little while ago, then, right? Not like the last few minutes.
No, that was I texted you
Just
and I
we're
did.
live, so just a yes or
They
no.
can't hear you.
Okay, so they should be able to now. Yeah, we had the audio off before. Great. So I can repeat everything if I wanted to, but wow, didn't realize that that was off. I don't see anything on here that it was done like that. Thanks. Yeah, I had no. I was in the middle of something, and that should never, ever, ever, ever happen while we're live. Ever, ever, ever. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying before, people are going to try to bring you down and go after because they're willing to their own bullshit. And instead of that, they're going to go after your stuff or your stream or what you do or make false assumptions or accusations or veiled attempts. Oh, we're all over you. I wish you the best, and then jerking you around with the other hand. You know what I mean? Those people could kiss your ass. You know what I mean? Because they just should just worry about themselves. Gracefully bow out of a room, of a follower, whatever it is, if you don't like it or if that's not your cup of tea, not a problem. There's millions of people in this country and there's billions in the world. We'll try to go on without you. But what I'm saying is, I would never do that to someone. So some people, that's upbringing, though. You know what I mean? It really is. They weren't taught at a young age. You don't do something like that. And then, of course, you got your keyboard tough guys, and then they'll mute you out so that you can't respond or only so that they can be heard. Well, that's childish. And I think they know that. So for those people that do that, that bring you down, ignore the noise. Okay. Ignore the noise because that's all it is. It's noise. You know what I'm talking about? In other words, it's something where, we talk about sports, movies, and music, and we're going to do trivia, and we're going to talk about the draft. We're going to talk about the new cards that dropped in Madden. But I just wanted to address that because the mic wasn't working earlier, and it didn't. All this sophisticated, expensive software we have, it never alerted me that the audio was muted. Never alerted me. There should be a red thing. You would think, right, for hundreds of dollars a month. Nope, didn't say a damn thing. And then coffee was handed to me. I had no idea that it was right there. That's it, or even what it was because I was interrupted, and I just knocked it all over the place. So that's the how we started today. But you know what? I don't let stupid shit bother me that much. You got to get it out. If you got to go outside and scream your head off, la la la, whatever it is, do it because you only get one life, man. You know what I mean? Your insides are your insides. You got a soul, you got a heart, you got lungs. Use them, baby. I use my pipes, as you could hear. But I'd like to thank the people that make this software. That all the money we spend and we have people watching it and moderating and everything never said that we were muted. I wonder if we pay extra, we could get them to act like more of an asshole. Where it's good job at catching that. So if it wasn't for one of the guys walking in and handing me a paper saying that we're muted, I would have never have known because there's zero. There should be like a little panel that says, it's like in red or something lights up. Nope, nothing, zero. Awesome software. Good job, man. It's time to source this out with the rest of the shit to Japan. Anyway, but like I said earlier, so you probably missed it because we were muted. That I wanted to thank everybody for. We have new followers and we have some subscribers that are trickling in and that kind of thing. And then we had like bots and people spam in the room. I mean, there's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? Because I'm not just concentrating on Twitch or Kick. I mean, we have all the different things going on here. So sometimes when I'm by myself in my home studio, it's hard for one person to get to everything. So I just wanted to make that clear that that should have never. That was just the dumbest thing ever. Some people don't understand what a live broadcast is. It's just stupid. You don't bring something that's open ended like that into a room where I can't see. So hopefully I made my point there. That was just plain straight up stupid. But anyway, um, I wanted to be able to. People don't realize how hard this is to do. Now, I've been trained and I've gone to school for it, and I have a telecommunications degree and that kind of stuff. But that doesn't help you when you're live because crazy things happen. You know what I mean? They just do. You got to deal with stupid people, people that just don't get it when you're live and it's a complete and you're trying to concentrate. It's just the stupidity is unfathomable to me. And believe me, I'll be addressing that. Um, yeah, it's for a water bottle, and that's why it's not supposed to have anything else other than that. So, but anyway, we're gonna have some fun tonight. We are gonna spin the wheel. I got the wheel behind me over there. We're gonna do some trivia. Now we did some Super Bowl trivia, but like I said, we had a special edition on Thursday night. We're not usually here on Thursday nights. So we had that. That was for the draft. Okay. And it was pretty cool. It was definitely pretty cool. We got a lot of new followers. A lot of people flooded the room. It was pretty cool that night. I hope your team did well in the draft. I know the Steelers did, and we traded from 17th to 14th, and we grabbed Jones, Broderick Jones. He's an offensive tackle. I'll tell you what, that we got Lyman, and we grabbed another guy. I think his name is Sullivan from Minnesota. He's a slot corner. So he already played in Minnesota with Patrick Peterson, who is also a Steeler now. You know, so it's pretty cool. It's really really cool. Let me get rid of this guy. Yeah, see, already we have people that come into the room and. Okay, here we go. If people want to talk to me, you could type in the chat. You know what I mean? But we had to kind of have a couple of moderators now because we got spammed to death the other night. It was crazy. You know what I mean? One guy actually thought that I was spamming myself. I'm like, what are you nuts? I have an FCC license renewal in the works. You think I would pay someone to do that, or however that works? I mean, if people saw I could barely get Streamlabs or any of the OBS stuff to work, you think I know how to do that shit? I don't even know how that works. All I know is going to take all people. But you know what? We love you all because there's no such thing as bad publicity. So if somebody is taking the time out of their life to go after you or to make false accusations about you or, you know what I mean, assume something when they don't really know the type of person that you really are. And the fact that person that came in the other night just missed the part where I said that after we're out of the red, we're going to be giving 50% of all the money that comes in to charity, and that's on all platforms. And I will be paying the taxes on that because I'm that type of guy. That's who I am. Guess he missed that one and went right to being a jerk off. But you know what? It takes all kinds. You know what I mean? I don't bother him when he's standing on the side, side of 7-Eleven or whatever, making his money with his pants down on a Saturday night. So don't bother me when I'm making mine. You know what I mean? Kavish? Anyway, don't tug on Superman's cape. He will turn. Anyway, we do have a good show for you. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Well, I did it earlier, but we were muted, obviously. And then I had coffee put in there where I couldn't see. So I have no idea what that was all about. But I guess it was the heart was in the right place, but the brain just wasn't. I'm going to talk about lottery ticket syndrome, and it's not what you think it might be. I'm going off of little notes. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's going to be people out there that are always trying to bring you down or make fun of your team or how you did this and that. Tell them not to hurt themselves when they're coming down off their high horse, and you could tell them the meme machine said so. You could kiss my ass with both lips, baby. You know what I mean? I want to be able to tell you that just do what you do, whether you're streaming, whether you're broadcasting, whatever you're doing in life. Life is a platform as well, and everything is on top of that. The world is a stage. Somebody said that a while ago. The whole world is a stage. Do what you want to do, because if you would do it for free because you loved it that much, then when you will be successful. That when it kicks in, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. And I'm going to go over the three columns of people. Somebody was asking me this in an email, and the one lady, like I said earlier, and I might have been muted out. She goes, "How do you get into character?" It was a lady from Ohio. Her name is Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I know that you're probably watching. Hey, Camacho, how are you, man? There he is, Macho Camacho, good friend of mine. Camacho, I got to do a whisper with you later or whatever. I want to see how you're doing with certain things or whatever. I don't want to put it in the room. We have a lot in common, and it's probably going to take you by surprise more than you already know. But we'll talk about that later on. I'm glad that you're here, though, man. I missed you the other day, my man Camacho. If I don't know how to get all this stuff in Streamlabs and everything to work yet, but Camacho 444-777. Check him out, man. definitely check him out when he streams. He's awesome. He does gaming and all sorts of different stuff, and a solid good guy. So please. Actually, I have one of my suggested channels when my stream ends. It goes to one of 5 people. He's on there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better, man. I'm feeling like shit today. I don't know. It was shitty and cold and out of seasonal type of weather today at the end of April, but you know what? Show must go on. I'm going to go over when we come back from break the 3 columns of people. Um, people have made. I got a lot of. Actually, it was positive, but a lot of looks, a lot of action, I guess you want to say, on a 4-minute clip that I took out of one of my videos from about a week or so ago, talking about being successful on any platform. And I made a reel. Oh, you got to make a reel. You got to make a short. So I did that, and it's getting all sorts of hits. And I'm just being myself. So the lady in Ohio said, "Well, how do you get into characters so quickly? Like, what is it that you do?" The honest answer is, it takes me zero amount of minutes. This is who I am. I'm not pretending to be anyone. I had the nickname of the Meme Machine a long time ago when I was a teenager. That was many moons ago, many moons ago. Um, and occasionally, yes, I do take. She goes, "Are you going to take your sunglasses off?" I do throughout the show. I do actually. If you're in Twitch or Kick, there's channel points, especially on Twitch. I set it up, and one of the things when you have enough channel points is to either put on or take off your sunglasses. So you're going to hit the channel points. I got little meanies set up. So, you guys can buy bits. It's set up for subscriptions. You can follow us for free on Facebook, or Twitter, or you could subscribe to us. That's also free on YouTube, whatever your heart desires, whatever you want to do. If you like the content, you want to wait a little bit, you want to just hang out with us, totally cool, man. We're glad to have you at whatever capacity. When we do start making some money down the road, and we're out of the red, because a lot of it came out of my pocket, trust me, a lot, to have everything working professionally with all the different mishaps and everything, but we kept it going, and we're going through our growing pains, so to speak. It's going to be a 50-50 split, 50% to go back into the show and handle expenses, and the other 50% split 25 and 25. 25% is going to be going to the American Diabetes Association, which I chose for personal reasons, and the other one to the American Cancer Society. There is no such thing as a bad charity. They're all worthwhile charities. So give whatever you can when we get to that point. I set it up in the thing of stars. It's like something on stars that you could do on Instagram or Facebook. You got to go to our page. Everything's at Meme Machine 973, and whatever stars you get, it goes into like a thing, and then we get it every month. We're going to be giving all of that on Facebook and Instagram. 100% of that is going to charity. My hand to God, because I don't mess around. You got to do stuff that's good for the soul. I don't do this for the money. I do it because I love doing it. Okay. New to streaming, haven't been here a long time, but we're definitely here for a good time. So we're going to take our first break. I'm sorry about the audio earlier, like I said, but you would think there would be something that says, "Hey, asshole, your shit is muted," or something like that. It doesn't even tell you. It's like the teeniest, tiniest thing on Restream, which is the one that I have up. It's so small you could barely see the shit. And the music that I had on yesterday that streams through it, yeah, that's gone. I don't know what happened to that. So I can't sing or dance, but I'm going to do my best. Anyway, I got to go get a paper towel for the dripping coffee that's all over my brand new desk. So I will be back. But hang in there. We're going to be in our streams. We're going to be gifting some subs, and it's going to be random. And we're also giving out trivia money via Venmo or Cash App. We do have PayPal, but like I said, they kind of suck. So we'll be back with that in about 5 minutes. We are on the iHeartRadio network after May 31st. So we're very excited about that. I'm waiting for the contract to go through with that. And we already did SoundCloud. So now we're on our regular channels streaming, and then we're also live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all those good things. And you can hit us up on TikTok or any of the different ones. And then also we're going after Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Spotify. That's next up. We're going to have some merchandising. I'm talking to someone about that next week. We're going to have all these Meme Machine, the black sweatshirts and shirts, and we're going to give them away, I should say. Wow, Ebonics. That's all stuff that's coming up in the future. You know what I mean? So everybody that does subscribe and the people that are watching and are thinking about doing it, it's going to be going towards a good cause. Not me. I'm not a good cause. I am the cause. I am the cure. Remember Cobra? Because you're a disease, and I'm the cure. Anyway, even though I feel kind of crappy and I'm soaked from coffee, I'm going to make it a good night for everybody out there. You know what I mean? And then I'll catch up. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and we're wanting to welcome everyone that's coming in and listening, I should say, on satellite radio. You'll see a cumulative total sometimes when that happens. Because that's not everybody that's actually in the room. It's people that are coming in onto that one channel. So if they're watching it on their browser or whatever, the total goes on there. Just for all those smart people out there, smarty pants that think that they're not real people or whatever. That's the reason why. Google it, bro. Anyway, we'll be back in 5. My cousin Vinny will be around. We'll have one of the engineers around. Little Timmy will be around. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It's Saturday night. It's East Coast. This is the meme machine. Excuse me, what the fuck? And we'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna give you a little something to take a look at while I'm gone. I wish I could figure out how the music went back on. We had it on yesterday where it was going right through there, and it is absolutely gone. I have no idea. You would think that the stuff would stick out a little bit more. Nope, it does not. It works when it wants to work, I guess. Hey, that's the way it goes. Anyway, we will be back. I'm going to take my break now and, stay tuned. You want to win some trivia? We want to talk about the new cards that dropped in Madden today. I got most of them, other than Ted Hendricks. Yeah, I wish. I don't have a gaming thing in here, Camacho. My Xbox is in the other room. But I'll tell you what, I got to. I don't know, I might have to take pictures of it or something. Maybe when Madden 24 comes out, I'll get it on PC, and then I'll be able to share it. I didn't realize that people really want to see that stuff from me, but yeah, I guess I can accommodate that. Why not? All right. So what we'll do is we'll do that, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It's Saturday night, and this is the Meme Machine live from the great state of New Jersey. Back after this. All right, I'm back. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for still being here. I'll take that off the screen there. There we go. All right, Alexa, turn second light red. And we'll give you a different camera angle as well. Anyway, this is the Beam Machine. We are live on satellite radio. It is Saturday night, April 29th, 2023. I figured, all right. Lady says, can you put your glasses back on? All right. You want to see the circles under my eyes? I haven't slept in like 6 years. Hi, Pinkma. How are you? So, basically, what I was saying before is, I mean, you got a new, as far as Madden is concerned, you have, my favorite is the Ultimate Legends, and they dropped today. So you had two LTDs. We're talking Madden, we're talking MUT right now. And, basically, it was, what was it? Dwight Clark was an LTD, the wide receiver from the 49ers. Um, let's see, what else? We had, Ted Hendricks also came out. He's an LTD. He's kind of expensive. I didn't get Hendricks. Well, I have the 93 Hendricks, the one that you get after you do the challenges. So I got that Hendricks, and I got Walter Payton. I did got some packs, filled up the sets. I got Walter Payton, and I basically put everyone up for auction because I have a great team. I have to take a picture of it and put it up on the screen, several pictures, because I don't go through a gaming system. If I do go to PC gaming, for the next Madden, then I'll be able to share the screen and do all that kind of stuff. Because people have asked, it wasn't just you, Camacho, it was several people had asked that. They don't really ask for that on YouTube. It's mostly like a Twitch thing, I think, and Kick. So to accommodate those people, yeah, why not? That would be fun. I took on one friend, this guy Hopman. He put me down as a friend because he has Xbox for this squad thing, so we could get to our XP points a lot quicker. That's going to be exciting and cool to do because I'm great at defense. So someone could be the coach, someone could do offense, I could do defense, and we all get cumulative XP points instead of having to sit there and grind like we do. Oh my God, what a pain in the ass that is. You got to do your solos, then the challenges, then you can do head to head, then you can do house rules. Fungal. There's so many different things, and you barely you're inching up. Anyway, so I got Richard Sherman. He was the other one that dropped today. I got him. I forgot about who the other one was. I do have a couple of Bryce Young's, the number one draft pick, number one overall from Carolina. I grabbed like three of them and I sold them all off, made coins on all three of them. It's amazing. Some could be going for like 800-900,000. You put it for like 1.2 million after tax. You're still making a minimum of 70,000 coins, and people keep buying it up every time I put it up there. Of course, I got the Steeler Jones. I got him. So my Steeler theme team is good. I got like 40. I have three teams for those who didn't know. I have three teams, and I have 298 overalls, another 97 overall, but I'm making that into a 98, and that's a Steeler theme team. I'm just about there on that. But I'm going to be gifting out some subs tonight on both Twitch and Kick. We're also going to spin the wheel. We're going to do trivia. We did Super Bowl trivia, but like I said, we had a special edition Thursday night. We did it concurrent with the draft. My friend Tracy that works for, thank you, Tracy, again. I'll give another shout out to Tracy that works at Florham Park in the corporate office for the New York Jets. She got us the time slot to run concurrent with, we got permission to run concurrently on satellite radio at the same time the NFL was live doing their draft. I owe her like dinner at McDonald's. No, I owe her big time for that because she knows that we're trying to grow in leaps and bounds and the money that I've spent and everything. And it's nice. I graduated high school with her, so she reached out. I reached out to her on Facebook, and then she helped me out. So Tracy, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's several other people that are behind the scenes that help out. It's not a one man thing. I'm just a host. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that do behind the scenes stuff that make this possible. The preparation during the week. Now, right now, it's Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till midnight, or sometimes longer if the trivia is going. And then sometimes it's like a special edition one on a Monday night or whatever. Once Monday Night Football starts, we might do something like that, but there's plenty of time for that. You got the NBA playoffs right now, the NHL playoffs. You've got the NFL draft going on. You got Major League Baseball is in full swing. So yeah, I remember seeing your stuff, Camacho. You have Dallas, obviously. Bucks, I like that one. The Ravens. Yeah, I have a Legends team. And it's funny because every time I get stuff and then I try to add, they go, you are maxed out at 55 players. What the you want me to do? You told me I needed 55 players. And I got to tell you, for those that played Madden, listen very carefully. If you have the announcers on, I know they're annoying, but I keep them on low or whatever, just because whatever. Charles Davis and Brandon Gott or whatever. They've been the same friggin' for years on there. Anyway, I liked it better when Madden was on there or Montana or whatever. But I got to remember what it was. It was something where there was like some kind of play. Man, I knew it earlier. Now it's not coming to mind. But I'm telling you, it sounds like when it triggers the different things for them to say, like if you catch someone behind the line or a sack or something. And I swear to God that Charles Davis yawned while he was talking, and they recorded it. It's on Madden. I'm telling you, I'm not correct. Well, I am correct, but it sounded like he went, yeah. I was like, no, the guy's yawning. These people are spending money hand over fist, ripping packs, and this guy's fucking yawning. Then again, there is parts in that game where I would yawn too. Yeah, account bound team. I got rid of a lot of my account bound stuff only because I wasn't using them. I got rid of everybody. The last person that I have that's under a 97, I don't even use anyone under a 97, is John Elway. He's one of the only ones. And of course, I would never, ever get rid of Mean Joe Green or Mel Blount. Can't do that. That's just not going to happen as a Steelers fan. So, and plus, they're still very good. Or Gravedigger, Hargrave. But how many teams can we possibly play? I switch off and everything, and I switch uniforms and coaches just so that to give it like a fresh perspective. You know what I mean? It's like something different, something new. So I don't know. You know what? You used to be able to get points towards your theme team. If you let's say you had a Raiders theme team and you had the Raider coach and the Raider uniforms and the Raider stadium and all that stuff. It ended this past year. I read about this a few months ago. You no longer get the points for that. So it's unbelievable how bad it smells like coffee in here. I can't believe. Oh, man, the whole place. There's a brand new gaming table in here too, and it's absolutely soaked with open top coffee that was handed to me. Putz. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, the TVPs are shitty, and they're like 29,000. I mean, if it's a Strat card, who wants to roll a 29,000 in that, and you get a friggin' Nike uniform or some bullshit like that? I did pull out of one of the lower level packs. I've got Maniac out of there, and I got today in the 87 build one. For Ultimate Legends, you have to have like 6 coins or 7 coins or whatever. I pulled the 99 Urlacher out of there, and I sold them. I already had them. So I didn't really need. I might get Hendricks just to have him, but I'm telling you, if anyone squads with me, I'm telling you, we will not lose. I am great on defense. Just my offense, I'm a big fan of the interception. In other words, I can't put the ball up without it getting picked off. So, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know, the reroll or whatever people call it. I mean, it's not what it wants. It's more or less luck. It's like a casino, when people go, if I rep these packs, these packs are hot. No, they're not. It's all like computer generated. It's like a slot machine. They can change it at any time. So I don't know. Not a big fan of TVP. I have a lot of training right now. When I say a lot, because I blow it really quickly. I have maybe 250,000 left, but I blew millions of coins today, millions, getting the guys I want. But then it's a good investment because I have Falk and Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton and all these guys. That's just running. I've got every quarterback. I've got Josh Allen. I have Tebow. I have Aaron Rodgers. I have Elway. I have Brady. I have Mahomes. I mean, there's a billion. Yeah, I have Hester too. I have both the older one and the new one, but I don't really use them. So I got rid of him. I got rid of Patrick Willis. I mean, I didn't need these guys. I got rid of Mike Vick because you can only, how many teams can you really play? I mean, part of it's for collecting. I get it. But if you're really just into playing the game and you want the best stuff to be able to compete with, I mean, every week something new comes out. Like I didn't get Cam Chancellor because I have my safeties. I got Mika Fitzpatrick at safety. I have Sean Taylor. I have a few. You know who I wish they would upgrade? Ronnie Lott. That would be nice as a free safety. My corners are great. Yeah, I heard Cam is just he's good, but he's not like, I mean, Sherman might be okay, but like I said, the days of blowing by these safeties or these corners and throwing bombs to like Moss or Jefferson or I got Andre Rison and all those guys. You can't blow by him anymore. It does not. I mean, in solos you could do that shit or challenges, but when you're playing head to head, it isn't going to happen. It just isn't going to happen. These guys are glued to you like Gorilla Glue. And how come I don't get any of these calls? These guys are friggin' knocking me way after the 5 yard boundary or whatever. They're banging into me. They don't call shit, but they call about 50 face masks on me and roughing the passer and everything else. It's like EA is treating their quarterbacks like they're a bunch of pussies or something. You can't even, not even in real life, they got to act like that, you know? Yeah, Sean Taylor's good. He's got 99 hit power too. He always did. Even his old card. Um, I think it was a zero chill one was like a 98 or 99 hit power for sure. I have Deion Sanders on one side, and I have my other, and well, he's one of my corners, and the other corner I have Rod Woodson. They got, I'm sorry, Charles Woodson. I got Rod Woodson too. But I'm totally starting Jalen Ramsey, but you name him. If it's a 98 or a 98, you know who I got today as an investment, but I might keep him on the line. I already have Jason Taylor and Too Tall Jones and JJ Watt, and I have my line of Reggie White. I mean, you name him, I have him on the line. But I got Chris Jones from the Chiefs today. I got him cheap for like 400K or whatever. I put him back up for like 800K, sold him like, oh shit, and I got to get him again. And so I bought him back at like 500. So I'm still making coin on it, but I put a ton. I play a lot of 4-3. I play a lot of man because I like the blitz. So I need people that are going to penetrate the secure tackler or secure protectors and all that. You need to have, and they will wear down. They will wear down as the game goes on or whatever. They wear down, especially the defensive line. If you're not making subs, and you've got so first down. So I have my scat pack as Priest Holmes. So you got Marshall Falk coming at you on third down power situations. Earl Campbell. I have Emmett Smith, Bettis. I have Dunn. I have who else? I got Quadfather. I have New Walter Payton. And a few others I can't even think of. I will show everybody probably Wednesday. I'll put it up on the screen because I'm going to give away some of them. If we could figure out how to get around the trade block, I'd be willing to give out some, like to auction some off, or like, for someone that wins trivia, whatever it is, or like somebody subscribes for like 3 months. We'll give them 298s or a 99 gold card or something like that, like something to make it worth their while, just to be nice. I don't have to do it, but it's nice to give back. It's good for the soul. That's the way we roll around here. But anyway, how did your team do draft wise? I'm very happy with the Steelers. We were very active in free agency prior to the draft, and we went up from 17 to 14, and we grabbed that lineman Jones. I was very happy about that. We got Sullivan, I believe is his last name. Guy that was on Minnesota. He used to play with Patrick Peterson, who we also have, so that should help. And you got Arthur Millette in there. You got Caleb Witherspoon. You've got Mika Fitzpatrick. I mean, it's good. We're good there. We're good on defense. We substituted some of the linebackers. Got a new kicker. We worked on the interior line a lot. We got some defenders. We lost some to free agency like Cam Sutton and people like that. But I sure miss Troy Polamalu. I miss James Harrison, Debo. I miss him too. But I'm just watching the different things on here. So forgive me. I keep moving away from different camera angles. Sometimes you're going to move some stuff around here. So let's do that. We'll do. 4 keyboards, 3 computers, 7 screens, and we have another big screen coming too. So how'd you guys do? Draft wise, are you happy with who you guys drafted or what? Like I said, I'm happy with mine. We will be doing trivia when you guys are ready. We'll wait. It's still early. It's only 10 o'clock p.m. in the Eastern time zone. Um, we had Super Bowl trivia the other day, but it got cut short because I didn't want to do that and talk over when we were doing the drive live. Like we kept pausing so that people could see what was going on for the first 32. Um, yeah, Ken Norton will probably come out. Shazier is good. Obviously, he's a Steeler, but he's not the best. Patrick Willis, I didn't like him too much. Who do I have? I have Urlacher in the middle right now. Lawrence Taylor to the right, and to the left, I have Clay Matthews. But I switch them out. I put Ray Lewis in there. I have a ton of linebackers. So I'll probably end up giving you one, Camacho. It depends on who I have and who you need or whatever. We'll figure out some way to do it because you've been a follower for a while. You're a friend, so I have no problem giving you what you need there. I don't care if it's a 98, 99. It's no big deal. One second. I just had to address something. When you're doing satellite stuff, I'm still getting used to that. Um, it does some crazy shit. Like it's doing it over and over again. I mean, it's so annoying. Let me try doing that again. Usually I have background music, and I don't have a clue on why it stopped working. I don't know. There's so many things. I need help big time. I need oh, that's right, your PlayStation. I need somebody that's going to take over and put my stuff on different social platforms and edit videos and make shorts and reels. I just don't have the time to do it. There is just so much to do. If you're doing just Twitch, maybe you have the time, but there's so much to do. It's absolutely bananas. Um, so I got to do this over and over and over and over and over again. It's really fucking annoying. It is what it is. There's always some kind of error. What the fuck? Ah, so annoying. So annoying. Ah, sorry. It's just I'm not feeling 100% tonight, and it's just bullshit after more bullshit. It's just so I apologize. You'll have my attention in 1 second here. Hopefully that'll work. It's a satellite hookup. An error has occurred. It's always some kind of error. It's incredible. Ugh. Always oh, you have an error here and everything, and you got to go in every little thing. And I'm not talking about just like credit cards. I'm talking about like you ever notice you got to have two. I mean, I can't fart in here. You got to put it into this and then put it out and then make sure that there's another layer of security. But oh, the only person or people that it keeps out of my stuff is me. I swear to God, it's just unbelievable. So hopefully I'll get this off the screen. I'm working on it right now. An error has occurred. Yeah, you're right. An error did occur. It's called life. Ah, again, I got to do this again. Hold on 1 second. Be right with you. Okay, finally. My God, it's just computers can be great, and then they can suck ass really bad. It's some of this bullshit, though. Well, you know what? Actually, Camacho, if you're still there, there's going to be crossplay when Madden 24 comes out. Obviously, that doesn't help us now, but there will be. That's what I heard. Uh, yeah, Ray Lewis. I still use Ray Lewis. I know he's only a 97. All right, cool. I know Ray Lewis only. He's still all over the field, but I'm telling you now, and I've told everyone this. And I'm a defensive guy. I played defense in high school and college and everything. You got to have. I don't give a shit what team it is. Even if he's not activated, I activate him. I do not take the activation off. You know, like the star, the super factor, whatever. Lawrence Taylor, the Ring of Honor Giants guy. Lawrence Taylor, the guy that used to, I used to work for him. I DJ'd at his place and everything years ago. He is all over the field. He's sacking the quarterback. He's stopping the run. He's intercepting passes. He's going into zone blitz. He is he's flipping guys in the air. If you don't have Lawrence Taylor, get him. I don't even think he's that much money anymore. He's like under 800K or 700K, whatever. Get Lawrence Taylor. You thank me later. Out of all the linebackers, he's a right outside linebacker. You can put him anywhere. Leave him out there. He's in the flat. He takes care of the curls. He comes up and stops the run. He's all over the quarterback. The guy is an absolute animal. Get the right combinations and beef him up, juice him up, whatever the fuck they call it, superstar factor, whatever. Get Lawrence Taylor if you don't already have him. He's all over the field for me. Jason Taylor on the front line is good. I got two tall Jones. So I mix up. I go from man and then into, you could have Kevin Carter on the line, Reggie White on one side. Um, I switch those guys out, it depends on what kind of team I'm going to play, which it's hard to tell ahead of time. Uh, I'm telling you, dude, trust me, get Lawrence Taylor, the Ring of Honor Lawrence Taylor, the 99. It's worth. I don't care how much it's worth it, man. If I had an extra one, I'd give it to you. That's how good he is. And I know defense. I suck it off. I wouldn't say I suck it off. I'm good, but oh yeah, Reggie White's friggin' awesome. You know who I have on the edge that I put in for specialty plays like a third down runner, third and long, whatever. He's only a 95, but he still can hang with all the newer cards. Bruce Smith. He's a right end. Remember, like the Hall of Famer Bruce Smith from Buffalo. I won't take him out. Even though his card is like a 95, I can only get him up to maybe a 97. Tremendous. And Aqib Talib is my corner. He's my slot guy. The slot. I have Jalen Ramsey. I switch him out with Patrick Peterson, and then sometimes in the slot I'll put Rod Woodson, but Asante Samuel or Aqib Talib in the slot. Nobody in the slot. They can run with all of them. You know what I mean? And also, the best part is you could have Deion Sanders, who's one of the quickest and most agile guys in the game. You have Deion Sanders on one corner, and you could have Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Leon Sandcastle, on the other. You could bring him over from free safety, put him as a corner, so you get Deion Sanders twice on the field at the same time. It doesn't conflict because it's a different name, One is a legend, one is a chief, whatever. So, um, yeah, Tank, the guy from Dallas. I never used him. Too tall. He's good. Jason Taylor is good on the line. I swap guys out for whatever reason. My mind is absolutely blank tonight, and I can't. And I was playing Madden earlier. I can't even think of who I have on the front line because I mix and match them a lot. But Reggie White stays. Bruce Smith stays. He's only a third down guy. And you could put Jack Youngblood on the other corner if you want. Hey, Budweiser Dad, happy Saturday, bro. How's it going? Budweiser Dad, and you come up as moderate. Yeah, don't have that problem tonight. Yeah, I figured out I had to turn off the mods or whatever. We were getting spammed. Camacho, you weren't in here the other night. We actually lost a guy that was friendly with. I'm not going to mention who it is, but I guess he assumed that I was spamming my own room or some shit like that. I don't even know how to turn on the computer most of the time. How the hell you even do that? Anyway, Budweiser Dad, he came in. He's a moderator. Actually, I might I'm gonna have to get some more. How's it going tonight, man? You're using the dude stuff. Yeah, you know what? I didn't have enough time, and I didn't talk to the dude yet. Yesterday, I talked to him briefly. Uh, dude was going to come on. I think he's actually streaming right now. He was going to come on like as a guest star thing. It'll only work on Chrome, and I was using Edge. I guess I could switch over to Chrome for just a Twitch panel and to put him on as like a guest star so we could have him on. And he didn't reach out to me, and I didn't reach out to him, so it didn't happen today. We were supposed to have him on tonight, but I guess I'll talk to him. It's hard because a lot of those guys stream at the same time I do, even though I'm in a completely different category. I'm not in the gaming category at all. But good, because we'll do some trivia in a little bit. I'm going to later on. We're going to gift a couple more subs, and like I said, if I can figure a way around this trade block thing to give away some players, I'd be happy to do it for you guys. You know, the regulars and the new subscribers. We've got a lot of new followers on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And we got several on some on Twitch, some on Kick. So it's been really it's starting to come around. You know what I mean? It's a lot of hard work though. It's a lot of money on promotions and this and that and everything, but it's all worth it. And like I said, once we're up and running and we're out of the red, I'm going to be giving 50% away to charity every week or every month, I should say. So it's good to give back. But in the meantime, we might be taking another break in a few minutes, but I will spin the wheel. If you guys want to do trivia, we'll do that. We'll wait for a few people come in. We have some people that are in on the Kick Room. If you're on YouTube, I can't see. I have to keep swiveling. So if you want to partake in the trivia, the people that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, you'd have to go over to Twitch TV and find Mean Machine 973 or Kick at Mean Machine 973 because I can't do it. If you're not going to call the 833-777 mean number, which is, by the way, active for toll free for people that are, if you're outside of the country and you want to call in for it won't cost you a dime. That's why we have it set up. It is active right now and forwarded to my phone because I'm by myself tonight until a little bit later. But if not, if we're going to be typing the chat, I can handle people answering the questions in Twitch or Kick because I have both of those on the screen here. I cannot handle it on 5 platforms at one time, one person, and be accurate. You know what I mean? We'd have to isolate one person. And when we're trying to play beat the clock with one person answering and typing it in before the other one, how the hell you do that with 6? You know, I had to go back and look at the timestamps and all the other shit. So I'm not going to do that. But we'll still have fun with it, though. We'll still have fun with it. But I was happy with the draft the other day. However, your teams did, I'm not sure, but I'm happy with the Steelers. Like I mentioned earlier, we grabbed Sullivan, the guy from a corner. He's a slot corner that we grabbed. And he used to play with Patrick Peterson in Minnesota, so they're used to each other. So it's starting to. We're very active in the draft. We're very active, and we have been for the first time in years. This much, the general manager Khan, he's been very active in free agency and whatever. So. They did a thing on the NFL station, which I'm watching, but you can't see that screen from here. But they said the top 5 or 6 teams that will improve their wins significantly, how they did in the draft and free agency. The Texans went bananas, but they were number 2. The Steelers, they chose as number 1. They made a lot of good. And being a Steeler fan, I was excited. I was ecstatic about that. It was friggin' awesome. So anyway. That's what we have going on tonight. A little bit of trivia. I'm going to read some of these funny emails. I'm going to go over, graded A+, definitely. I mean, that's the way I see it. The hell. You know what I mean? If to be able to hang in the AFC, I mentioned this the other day, you got to play up to, like people like the Bills and the Bengals and the Chiefs and now Miami. And you got the Ravens are always a threat. And you know what I mean? Now the AFC West is always, you never know what the Broncos are going to do. There's so many teams. The Raiders could get better. I'm not worried about them, but the elite right now, Pittsburgh is not the elite. We used to be for a very long time, and I'll be the first one to say Roethlisberger retired. We were on a downhill skid as the year went on, the year that he retired from the year before last. And we just missed making the playoffs. We won like 8 of our last 9 games or 7 of our last 8 or whatever. We fucked up some games earlier in the year, and that's why we didn't make it. But Pickett is in his second year. Pickens is in his second year. Najee Harris is third year. I mean, the pieces are there. This is the way we built it in the early 2000s when Roethlisberger was a rookie and then went and we were in the Super Bowl like a year later. So, but like I said, you got Buffalo, you got the Ravens, you've got the Bengals, and you've got the Chiefs. You want to hang with these guys, you can't just sit around and sit back in defense and get a few linebackers and thinking you're going to, be able to compete. You got to have it. The best defense is a good offense, and we didn't have much of one, but we have one. And Pickens is great. He's great, but the help that we have on defense is definitely going to uh, help us hang because even Cleveland is better. We used to beat up on Cincinnati twice a year, and you had the Ravens we would split with, and then you would beat up the Browns twice a year, the Bengals twice a year. You can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like that. We're not elite like that anymore. A lot of people retired and got older and they're gone and whatever. Um, once Cincinnati got that coach that they have now, Zach Taylor, once they got rid of that other dude, was it Mo Lewis, whoever the hell it was, Marvin Lewis. He, I don't know. I think he held them back with some of the play. I don't think it was. You can't blame it all on him, but of course he's the head coach. Everything falls on you. You know, you're either a hero or a goat, and I mean like the bad kind of goat. Um, this guy brought a new culture in and everything. And the Bengals, then they drafted from LSU. They got Burrow and everything. I mean, the pieces are there for them. I'm surprised they didn't make it to the second Super Bowl. I can't believe that they lost to Kansas City. That was crazy. Oh, look at the meanies. There's a meanies, baby. How you doing? Anyway, going to be taking a little break. We're on a 5 to 7 second delay. So in case it's a little bit stuttered or whatever, it's because we're on a satellite radio hookup as well as streaming right now. We are streaming tonight on Facebook, on YouTube, as always, and Twitch and Kick. And we're on Twitter as well right now. So we're live streaming on there as well. So with that, you have to do FCC rules, which means I have to take a break. I'm going to talk about a new sponsor that we did just receive a few days ago. Very excited about that. And we're going to be talking about, we have merchandising that we're going to be talking about. I'm talking about to different people about editing. And I need somebody, I haven't placed the ad yet, to take over my social platforms, be able to post stuff for us, and because I just don't have the time to do that. And plus, I own a couple of other businesses that I'm dealing with during the week. It's very hard to get to everything. Um, we have like a food distribution thing for athletes. It's one of the things that I dabble in. I'm a silent partner in another thing, but I actually do some of the cooking, a lot of it actually. It's like it's kind of like HelloFresh, but it's on just for athletes, and it's just local stuff, obviously, because we're not set up for distribution all over the country and shit. Um, and it's pretty cool, and it has all the right macros and everything. So if there's athletes out there, I'll talk to you about that another time. But that takes up a lot of my time, and it was going downhill a little bit because I was spending all my time with this and doing that. So to be able to do this and that effectively, plus I have something else that I'm involved with as well. I'm going to need some help with that eventually, with someone that I trust that could go into our different platforms and make reels for us and edit stuff out and put it on the different platforms for me every day. And so I'm going to be looking for someone like that very, very soon, because once we go and I get the contract with iHeartRadio and stuff like that, I'm going to have no time to be able to do that. Someone to set up the stuff that knows Streamlabs, not, oh, we're here to help you. So here, we'll send you a bunch of videos and you get I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I guess they don't like repeat. I'm an old school. Call me on the phone. I'll put you on speakerphone and tell me how to do it, or just fucking do it and I'll pay you. That's it. That's like someone telling me how to do dry cleaning. I don't give a rat's ass. Here's the money. Dry clean the shit. I don't. That's not what I do. To be able to concentrate and to be effective on what I do properly and what I've been trained to do, I don't have time for all that. I can do some stuff, but obviously it's been a month and I still can't get Streamlabs to work properly. I can't even get the music to not sound muffled in the background, because the way the audio is, it's capturing and isolating just my voice and nothing else. It's supposed to kill the ambient sound, which is great. So how come I can't have the music on like I did yesterday? You know what I mean? I had like a little thing there and it said, you want music in there? And it gave you the different thing and it is gone. I don't even see it or where it went or how I got to it. I have no fucking clue. It's really fucking annoying, but I try. Echo cancellation, noise suppression, all this other shit. I don't know. I mean, I could put regular music on it and stuff like that, but I mean, obviously, in a talk show, you're gonna have a limited amount of music. This is not. I'm not gaming, and I'm not. It's not a radio station, so you got to be able to hear what I'm saying. So we'll mirror that a little bit. Yeah, I had it on general. Let's see. Hold on one second. So graphics, blah blah blah. Push product. It. Where the fuck did it go? Even my picture isn't even up there now. Oh, that's gone too. Third ad. Nope. I don't have I'm embarrassed. I have no idea what happened to the video, the audio. You were able to have an overlay. Yeah, koozies. Yeah, cool. Yeah, for summertime. Gee, a guy named Budweiser Dad wants beer koozie. There's a fucking surprise. That's actually a good idea. A little meme machine, with that same meanie that you're using. I call that Mean Mother number one. Yeah, that would be cool. We used to have shirts when we had Mean Machine Media. We had like the black T-shirts and sweatshirts, and it said, established 2004, and had all this stuff. And I have one that's going to say just talk radio and shit like that. But yeah, we got to make some money first, you know. It'll come though. I'm not worried about it. Where did the audio go? And I found it yesterday. And it sounded pretty good, and it was going right through Restream. You could say, maybe I'll give you $100 right now if you could turn that on. I would lose. I wouldn't win because I don't have a clue on where it went. I really don't know. There was a tab for it, and now that tab is not where it was yesterday. Very odd. Where the fuck did it go? Network connection? I have no idea. If I want to watch 15,000 videos, I'm sure I can figure it out. It's such bullshit. Oh, yeah. The only thing that they'll help you with is if you want to upgrade to some shit and spend more money with Restream or Streamlabs. Then, oh yeah, then they'll jerk you off with their lips a little bit. But that's about it. I can't. I mean, you would think that there would be like a big icon that says, "Click this motherfucker right here to get blah blah blah." Nope. Let's search and search and search for this shit. And you can tell I'm frustrated because it's just so fucking ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to try something here. Let's try this. I don't know if this is even going to work. You guys do that? Have it go. So there's people in the chat. If you, even on YouTube, can you hear that? The music, I mean. Oh, you can. Does it sound really loud or? It's just like generic bullshit. Don't want to get sued music. I don't know. I just tried something different. I was like, because that goes right through the. What you got to be more specific. Oh, the music itself is awful. Okay, if that's what you mean, well, I agree. It doesn't even give you a rock one. Let's see what this crap is. Yeah, I mean, it's like instrumental shit. Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm in an elevator. Yeah, Sticks Renegade. Yeah, and you know what'll happen as soon as I play that? Within literally one of my first streams, and I figured this out, that's why I don't do it. You could get away with it on Twitch and Kick. Obviously, they are up my ass with a goddamn mining light on Twitch. Too many rats, if you know what I mean. people play copyrighted content all the time on there, and they don't seem to be bothered. So thousands of dollars set up, but if somebody has like a friggin' Xbox or something and a couple of ear pods or whatever, they can play whatever music they want, and it comes in absolutely crystal clear. It's annoying to someone like me who spends thousands of dollars on all this other shit and summer, and you can't do it. But because they're not on other platforms, when you go on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that, they have something that's similar to that thing called Shazam. It's very similar to it, and all you got to do is, like, let's say it's Back in Black, right? And you hear, as soon as you get to that, bang, it comes down like a ton of brinks, and they will mute you immediately. You got to sit down and kiss the ring to Warner Brothers to be able to get that little excerpt. That's how quickly YouTube or Facebook will slam down on you. And since that's kind of our future right now, not so much Twitch and Kick, I kind of got to go with it. But like I said, it's a talk show, and it's not really a music show. I'm not gaming or anything like that. How those guys get away, and they actually muted part of my telecast about a month ago on Twitch as well. So let me get this straight. If I play shitty, crappy, bullshit rap music, they'll leave me alone. But if I play AC/DC or something like that, whammo, right on me. You know, they'll step on your balls with friggin' spiked shoe. Anyway, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Let me lower this crap. That's what they consider pop music. Yeah, maybe for their pop. Anyway, I'm going to take a break in a moment. And I said that I would make I'm going to talk about the 3 columns of people. This is something that I got a lot of views on our YouTube page, and I made a short clip of it. It was the key to making money on any platform. The platform that I'm referring to is life. You know, everything else is secondary, obviously. And the lottery ticket syndrome. I'm reading this off of there because it's funny. And I'll talk about that when I get back. But if you guys remember the movie Private Parts, you know, one of my heroes, a pioneer, Howard Stern's movie, came out in the late 90s, I think 97. There was a part in the movie, great movie, by the way. And it's basically, you know, it's a tribute, and it was his story. It was about his life. And one of the things, because they were trying to get him off the air, and they were all pissed off, and the station manager, he's over this part in the movie, if you recall, if you did see it, saying, hey, you know, what about the Howard Stern? Oh, well, they, because they're trying to get him off the air, anything they could, because they didn't like him. And they said, well, the average Stern listener listens for 3 hours a day. And he said, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, the answer most given is that I want to hear what he's going to say next. And they said, oh, okay. He goes, well, what about the people that hate Stern? He goes, good point. He goes, the people that hate Stern listen for 4.5 hours a day. And he goes, but if they hate him, why do they listen? He goes, answer most given. I want to see what he'll say next. What does that translate to? And a great part in the movie, what does that translate to is there is no such thing as bad publicity. When somebody is attacking you or giving you shit or trying to push you down or whatever it is, they're taking time away from their stuff to attack your stuff, no matter whether that's a genuine or a legit thing and it has merit or not, or they're just being assholes because they suck and they're the big L and they need to go after someone else to make themselves feel better. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know, they're collecting comic books at 60 years old or whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Those people are actually doing you a favor because they're bringing you into light. They're doing the work for you. That's like the moron. Remember that girl that hated Donald Trump, and she got the tattoo on her arm that says never, or it was on her hip. It said, never Trump. You know, Trump is not my president, or something like that. It said, idiot. You're going to have the tattoo. It was permanent. You're going to have a guy who you hate, that you never want to be part of, tattooed to you the rest of your life. How stupid. You know what? I saved this. This is for her. Where is it? Did I take it down? I might have taken it down. It was a thing. Like, Beavis about her. They're just being dumbasses. It's funny as hell. Oh, there's Consuela. When Consuela says, would you like to put in some money for this? And this is our answer. We go, no. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back This is the Me Machine. You are listening live on satellite radio. It is Saturday, 10:30 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time, April 29th, 2023. The Me Machine, live satellite radio and live streaming. Back in 5. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do trivia when we get back. All right. There's crap off of there. All right, I'm back. Macho's been on there. He's been busy lately. Had some stuff going on. Well, I don't want to talk for anybody. I wish I could play Renegade. I have another Scream coming. A Scream? A Scream.
Fucking horrible.
A new screen coming. I have, you can see this one. There's a few over there. There's one behind me, one over there. And then there's the bigger one here. And then there's another laptop that you can't see. Here. There's going to be another 34-inch curved monitor. So as I get older and I can't see shit, I guess I need big monitors anyway. Got a good deal on one, and I get the best ones. It's a Samsung. It's not some piece of shit one. It's a good one. You know, if we're going to go down in flames, it's going to be with good stuff that we could resell. All right. Anyway, you guys up for some trivia? You want me to spin the wheel? Let me spin the wheel. Actually, right before I do that, well, I'm going to wait till we get some more people in the room, which is fine, and then we'll spin the wheel. It's going to be now, even though Streamlabs I had to time them out because they were not helping me with the spamming the other day. And when you turn off the moderator, never turn off the moderator. We learned that the other night. Remember, Budweiser? Holy shit. They spam the shit out of the room. Anyway, we'll wait till we have a few more people with that. And I'm going to go over the 3 columns of people. And this is to help some of the people that are out there because, like I said, I haven't been streaming long, and that doesn't mean anything. I've been broadcasting forever. And I know what it takes to be successful. And so I'm just redoing and reinventing myself. But I'm still the same person. I'm still the mean machine, you know. If you can't be nice, be mean. Anyway, you know, and you're talking about different platforms. A lot of people talk about that constantly, you know. I'm going to be talking about the platform that we're all on, whether you're a streamer, just a person that watches, just a casual or casual, you know, occasional, I should say, online person or whatever. The platform I'm referring to is life. And I know life. I do. As a Christian man, as a father, as a, you know, as being the parent that I am, and being a son, and just being a human being, you know, it's experience. You cannot buy it. It doesn't come naturally. You're not born with it. You have to just put in the time in your life that you're never going to get back ever again. Okay. And I, like a lot of other people, have experience. So someone might be a better streamer or have more followers or, you know, be monetized on YouTube before me, you know, all that other stuff. But what they don't have is life experience. They have some, but I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying this is what worked for me in the past, and this is how I go forward. And I'm resilient when it comes to that. The show must go on. My audio goes down. My video goes down. The software is killing me, and trying to learn and doing all that on all different platforms and all the bullshit and all the money and the time spent. And the show must go on. You must go forward. You're going to get knocked down over and over and over again. But will you answer the bell? Will you get up? Or are you going to throw in the towel? Or are you going to get back up and do what you love and do, no matter whether you're getting paid or not? Because that's how you're going to get successful. Because when it kicks in, if you would have did it anyway, that's the key. The more shit you throw against the wall, the more sticks. I've already said this before. So let me go over real quick what I consider, and I can reiterate. It's like what I call, this is what I call the, okay, I'll put the glasses on. The girl wanted me to put all right, you got it. Glasses it is. She didn't do it through channel points. She doesn't have enough yet on Kick, but how's that? Is that better? Piece with chicken grease. Okay. There's 3 types of people, or I should say 3 columns of people when it comes to broadcasting, when it comes to DJing, when it comes to live streaming, whether you're trying to get monetized, whether you're just doing it as a hobby or more than a hobby, or you're a full-time YouTuber, or whatever the case may be. And this goes for just generally in life. Okay? So here it is. Here's my 3 columns. And this is the Mean Machine's take on it. That doesn't mean that it's set in stone or anything else. I don't care if you play Madden or if you're a gamer or you're just, like I said, a casual observer or you listen to us on the radio, whatever the case may be, or you've heard me do commercials years ago or read copy for, that boring National Geographic shit that I used to do. It was timeshares. I cut my teeth on doing voiceovers and stuff like that on like boring ass stuff for timeshares in South Florida and California. Can you believe that? That's how it's. But you got to start somewhere. But here's the thing. The three columns of people are as follows. And we're going to put them in A, B, and C. 1, 2, and 3, and A, B, and C. Here we go. Column A. Let's say you're a new streamer or you're trying to get money or whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to progress with and get better in life. And whatever it is, I commend you for it because it isn't easy. Nothing ever is. Whoever says, oh, yeah, it's easy and it gets sent to you, but no. It's hard work. It's blood, sweat, and tears. It is. It's all of those things and then some. And you do not gauge popularity or the fact that you are successful by the size of your wallet. That's not how you gauge it. That's like saying that you've lost weight, but I'm constantly on the scale, but don't go by that. Are you feeling better? Because looking better, and I spoke about this with Camacho and a few other people, and we talk about that on Sundays. It's one of those things where, like for instance, you don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy, and that's how you lose the weight. And the byproduct, the catalyst for that is that you are getting healthy from the inside out. And so you looking better and feeling better and getting thinner and all that. That's part of it, but that's not how you do it. It's from the inside out. And it's the same. It's an analogy, okay, but it's a metaphor for life. And what I mean by this is here's the three columns of people, okay? Column A are the people that have zero idea that you even exist, that you don't even exist in this universe to them. They have no idea who you are, what you do, how you do it, where you're from, what you're trying to do or aspiring to do, anything. That's column A. Is that huge group of people that don't have a clue on who you are online or anywhere else. Then it gets a little rougher. I'm not here to blow sunshine up your ass, but this is the way it works. Here's the second thing. Column B are the people that do know who you are, and they just don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't give a rat's ass what you do. It's not their cup of tea, or that doesn't twirl their beanie, or whatever moniker you want to put on that, whatever. They just have no idea who you are. And then there's the column B of the people that do know and they don't care. And they don't care too. That's not their thing. They're not into sports. They're not into talk radio. They're not into gaming. They're not into any of that shit. Whatever. To each his own. Nothing wrong with that. They just don't give a shit who you are. And then there's column C. All right, so we talked about A, people that have no idea who you are. Column B, people that do know and don't care. And then there's column C. Column C is blank. It's the only one that you really have control over, for the most part. I'm not saying don't promote yourself or do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, and you promote yourself and you run ads. And I'm not saying don't do that. But that's a blank one. And you know what column C is? Column C is up to you. You need to take people from column A who have no idea who you are and column B who don't care who you are and put them both into column C. Now, you're not going to get everybody. They have to. You've got to do your thing no matter what. And this is going to tie into that lottery ticket thing in 1 second. But hold on, I'll get to that in a moment. You have to have control over that and keep doing what you're doing. Don't switch up. You want to adjust. You want to tweak it. You want to get better out of it. Great, fine. But don't stop doing. If you believe in something and that's what you want to do and you feel like that's your niche or whatever it is, do it. I don't care if there's 10 people. Like the other night, we had 200-something people in here. Right now, we have like 18. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it matters to me, but it happens. It's okay. Don't stop doing what you're doing. And then those people will come to you. Right? If you change it up, the people that would have came to you are gone forever. Right? So column A is the people that don't know you exist, and column B is the people that don't care that you exist, and column C is the one that you have control over, that you have to morph into, that you have to mold those people into column C. That's what you have to do if you want to be successful. That's my opinion. And the lottery ticket thing is here's another metaphor for you. Okay? I don't really play the lotto because it's like the state is legalizing gambling. For years, it's free. Oh, yeah, we give it all to education. Bullshit. They get like less than 2%. It's going to that fat asshole that spends his friggin' weekends at the Bahamas. Anyway, so here you go. Oh, I'm sorry. And the $8 that you get for jury duty per day. Sorry. Okay. If you played, like a lot of people, when they do play, you have people that sit in their fucking car and take up the good spots in front of the food store or whatever, so they could do scratch offs because they have nothing else there that's going around in life. Those are the same people that are on Twitch and Kick and YouTube and people like that. They want to, say that you're not doing the right thing, or they're assuming that that you're up to something nefarious or something. But fuck them people. Seriously, who gives a shit what they think? That's one person that's taking it away from their shitty life to tell you that your stuff sucks or they don't like it or they're not comfortable with it. Great. They just gave you free publicity. Look at it as a win-win on that one. But if you're playing a lottery ticket, right, and a lot of these people play the same thing. Like if I do play, like if it's like 50 million or something, I'll throw in a couple bucks. Why not? You got to be in it to win it bullshit. All you need is $1 and a dream. Yeah, okay. Here's the dollar. But you play like the same birthdays or people like family things or whatever numbers that you feel are something that you're going to always remember. Like this is the date that I had my dog's rectum removed because he was full of shit. Like whatever the fucking day is or whatever it is that you did. Okay, and I know that's funny, but sorry. The point I'm trying to make is, every time you play, you would play those numbers. Now, let's say you switched up, and the one time you're like, you know what, I'm going to do a quick pick, or I'm going to do something like this, and I'm not going to play the numbers that I've always played because they never come out, and it never seems to work out for me. And so you play like some random numbers, and guess what? The next day, guess what numbers hit for like 50 million? The same numbers that you've been playing for 10 years. How would you feel then? Like taking your own life, or perhaps one of a stranger, or both? Preferably the stranger first and then you, but that's the other way is the Polish way. Anyway, so my point being, this ties into that, to what I was just saying about the 3 columns of people. Don't stop doing what you're doing no matter what, because when you switch up, you really take yourself out of the game, and sometimes permanently. Sometimes you can't, work your way back from that. That's the lottery ticket syndrome, is I like to call it. If you're going to play the same numbers, stick with it, and whether they hit or don't hit, great. You know what I mean? But don't have it hit the one time you didn't, because no one's going to believe you. I always play these numbers. Then they came out like, oh, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. But because people love to be like negative. Not everyone. You know what I mean? They just assume things about you. Remember, assume. It makes an ass out of you and me. Never let anyone tell you this or that, or act like a big baby about stuff, or, tell them don't get hurt, coming off your high horse. You know what I mean? Dude. What's up, man? I didn't hook up with you early today. I was busy and I was out all day and I felt like crap when I came home and I took a nap. There is a way to do a split screen. It's through Twitch, but we got to do it on... I could do it through Restream, too. It's called Guest Star. I don't know if we needed to practice that or something. I'm glad you're here, though. You come up as a moderator. Thank God. I got spammed to death the other night. It was so annoying. So I'm glad you guys are here. You got Budweiser Dad is also a moderator, too. Good to see you, dude. I hope everything's doing well. How'd you do with Madden today, man? I got everyone, all the new ones except for Hendricks. I didn't get Hendricks yet. I did get Bryce Young. I have several of them. I got Walter Payton, Richard Sherman, Dwight Clark, all the newer ones that came out. I've got a ton of quarterbacks. I got Tim Tebow. I got Aaron Rodgers is really good. I still have Montana. I still have all those guys. I'm probably going to get rid of some. I had Josh Allen. I'm going to get rid of him. I'm going to get rid of Cam Newton. I'm going to unload John Elway. And like I was telling these guys earlier, if we could figure a way around this trade block thing, I'd like to give some. What do you call it? Some players. I don't know how we could do that though. Oh, are you? Okay. Calling the 800 number. All right. Well, it's being forwarded to my phone. So let's make sure this is on. Oh, wow. We just got 14 followers. I'm sorry, 4 followers on YouTube. Twitter. Now, I don't know if everyone's going to be able to hear you, dude. Yeah, I know. The Jets are getting a lot of love, man. I still use Sauce, but you know what? And the Steelers today, we got Sullivan out of I'm not talking Madden now. I'm kind of flip flopping back and forth, but we got the guy that used to work play with Patrick Peterson on the Vikings. We got him now too. He's a slot. So we got Joey Porter, which that's a family thing. Obviously, Joey Porter. We had to get him. We got him in the first round and second round, first pick. We made a lot of maneuvers today. Were you happy with who the Packers took today? Yesterday in the draft. I mean, I know the draft is still kind of going on. They're in the late rounds or whatever, but were you happy with it? I'm not sure who Green Bay got. Did they get a lineman or a linebacker? I don't. I've been trying to keep up with all that and baseball and the NBA playoffs and everything. There's so much going on. The Eagles got a lot of love earlier in the year, but you know what? Have I or have I not been talking, dude? Yeah. Have I not been talking about how we needed to upgrade Montana or Walter Payton or get a Franco Harris or whatever? And what has happened? Unbelievable. We get a Walter Payton. We got a Joe Montana. So I'm pretty happy with that. We right or wrong. You and I were talking about that for like a month. Like, how come there's no Jim Brown? How come there's no Gale Sayers? How come there's no Bart Starr? You know? Yeah, I mean, and I have him, and he's great. But now I got him, and I got Emmett, and I got Marshall Faulk, and I've got Quadfather, and I've got King Henry, and I've got I can't use all these guys, so I might as well share the wealth. Did you call the 800 number, the 833-777-MEAN? Did you call that or no? Because we could do that if you want. I don't know if they'll be able to hear you. I'll put you on speaker, though, if you want. I have a thing. When I take a break, I could try to do this thing so it says guest star. Now, we can't do it on Twitch because I already have everything up there. Stream is live on, I'm using the Edge browser. But I might be able to do it through Restream. There's a way to do this shit. I have someone that's going to be editing my videos soon and everything. I need somebody that's going to do like have access to all my social platforms and just do the reels and all the stuff on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. It's just too much for me to do. Plus, I have my regular business, you know, the food service business, you know, the food for the athletes and the stuff that I do for the church and everything. I'm so busy, dude. I don't even have time to do this shit. Oh, thanks. It's an away jersey. Oh, you want to see the back? Here's the back. Mr. October, baby. Let's see if you can see this. There you go. Reggie, baby. Nobody gifted me this. This was something I already had. I have a million Yankees stuff, too. This is the away jersey. I wore it in honor of Judge being hurt already in April, along with Stanton. This is like a goddamn nightmare, being a Yankee fan. I swear to God. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for it, and here I am, the Steelers can't get to the Super Bowl for a few of those years that were really, really good at 2017, 18, because of the New England Patriots. And the Yankees can't get to the World Series, my other team, because of the fucking Houston Astros. I mean, it's just a goddamn nightmare. It really is. But, all right, so let's see. Bring a stream for tools like Zoom in. Show your presentation to viewers. No. See, because some of this stuff conflicts. I'm hooked up with the satellite thing because it's Saturday night, so it won't let me detach for detaching this from satellite. I don't want to do that. But there's a way to add, dude. There's a way to add you. It says, okay, here it is. Invite guests. Invite up to 10 guests. Okay. Okay, how do you do that? Oh, thanks, man. I have another 34-inch screen coming on Tuesday. These are Samsungs. You can't see that there's another laptop that's right here and other stuff, but thank you. I don't have a ton of room. I'm in until I get that other space. I'm doing everything from my home studio, which is basically an extension of my living room. Really, I mean, there's another room. There's like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You can't even see all of it. On the other wall, I have other cameras. I'll do different angles, but I got all my movie posters in like there's Goodfellas, there's Rocky Pulp Fiction. This is some Reggie stuff signed and everything. Check out these magnets. It's pretty cool. A lady made these for me. I paid them for her. All this, of course, Mean Joe in the middle. You got Donnie Shell. Mel Blount, Steel Curtain, Jack Ham. Kind of cool. I've got Franco, the Immaculate Reception one, where he's reaching for the ball. It's on the back of my car because I have a black SUV, so it looks perfect. It's got like the Steelers symbol and it's got that. Anyway, it's nice. This a lady sent me a little. If you can see that or not, the lighting in here. Alexa, turn second light green.
Okay.
It's a Swan, Bradshaw, and Mel Blunt. And that other lady sent me this card. I think I showed you before. The limited edition Mean Joe. Yeah. Anyway, you guys want to do trivia? We'll do it right now, and I'll pay it out. We paid it out the other night. You could ask Budweiser Dad. Neil Hobman was in there. He won the other night. We had a couple of winners that were on Kick. I don't know how to send whispers on Kick and stuff like that, so we're going to have to keep it through Twitch. Sorry. It's the only way I could do it. So if you do win, you whisper me your information, whether it's Venmo or Cash App, whichever one you have, and I will... yeah. And if you missed it earlier, as soon as we're out of the red, because I've spent a lot of money, thousands, on trying to get everything done, to get it more professional and everything. A lot of the stuff I had, and then I had to upgrade some things and get some of this and the software and this and that. Anyway, as soon as we're out of the red, it's going to be a 50-50 split. We're going to put 50% back into the show when we get like money from subscribers and things like that. And you know, when we get monetized on YouTube and all that other stuff. And, you know, so any subscribers, anything that we get, 50% goes back into the show to pay for expenses to keep us going. And the other 50% is going to be split. 25% is going to the American Cancer Society. The other 25% is coming to the National Diabetes Association, American Diabetes. I'm sorry. Both of those are, I mean, all charities are great. There is no bad one. I wish I had, if we do well enough in the future, I'm going to give some to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. For right now, it's Cancer Society and Diabetes Association. Those are very personal to me. That's what I chose, and it's good to give. I don't do this for the money. Money's great, you know what I mean? Everyone needs it, but it's you got to give back a little bit. So just so you guys know, in the future, that's where the money is going to be going, and I do pay the taxes on it through my LLC. So just figured I'd throw that out there because the Meme Machine has a heart. You have to do that. It's not for everybody, but you know what? I'm not going to talk about my personal stuff with people online, but I'm not the healthiest guy in the world. You know what I mean? I am diabetic. I do have kidney disease. There's a lot of things. I'm partially disabled from a very bad car accident. I've had 4 surgeries on my ankle and my leg. It's pretty ugly looking. Not my leg, but, you know, with this, you know, the surgeries, and had the metal in my leg, and they called it Terminator leg. I had all this stuff. They said I would never walk again. That's how bad it was. Got hit by a tractor trailer back in the day. And I have scars all over and everything, and I'm lucky enough that I lived. So that being said, I don't want to get any dark in that. This is sports talk and everything like that, but I am grateful and thankful that I'm still around and still, after 11-year hiatus, be able to go, and I still have the voice and I still have the know-how. I haven't been streaming long, but I have been broadcasting for a very long time, and I know what it takes to be successful. And thanks to you guys that have been encouraging. I mean, there's a couple of naysayers out there and people that cast aspersion, but who gives a shit? That's like free publicity. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, you guys really, you know, have been encouraging and nice and not like, you know, like, oh, even the dude said, you know what, the more the merrier and all that other stuff. You know, that means a lot to someone like me, because you're going to meet jerks out there, and then you're going to meet people that aren't jerks, and you guys are cool. You got the dude, you're like my favorite streamer, by the way. You know what I mean? You keep everything fresh, and you try to, you're gaming, and at the same, I know how hard it is to do. Budweiser Dad too, yeah, Camacho, all those guys, Hoffman, all the people that come in here, Tiger Jet and everything. He just subscribed yesterday, Tiger Jet. All those type of people that were encouraging and were nice about it, whatever. They didn't have to be, but they were. They didn't know me from Adam, and I won't forget that. There's some people that ignored me that I whispered to, hey, you want to be on the show or blah, 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 and they just, you know, like they're too up on their high horse. I hope they don't get hurt when they get down from there. But you know what? That's cool. I'll stick with the small Meme Machine army. I'm a train, baby. There's 3 things you do with a train. You either get on the train, you get out of the way of the train, or you get run over by the train. But one way or another, the train's coming through, and that's resilience. That's how I do things. Those are the 3 columns of people. Remember that I just mentioned before? 3 columns of people. Column A, the people that have no idea that you exist. Column B, the people that know you exist and don't give a shit. And column C, You take people from column A and B, the ones that don't know you and the other ones that don't care about you, and you put them in the C and you morph that into your audience. That's how it goes. So don't switch up. Keep doing what you like to do. Whether you make $100 a day, $10,000 a day, it doesn't matter. Do what you do with what you love because you will never get this time back ever again in your life. So make it count. You do not measure success by your wallet. You measure it by how you feel when you're done and your soul. If you're gaming and you're doing, and I love watching the gameplay and all that. You know, a lot of these guys are better than I am. I'll tell you that much. I'm great on defense though, but I love to throw interceptions. Every time I put the ball up, something bad happens, man. it's just something bad happens. Nobody's fucking open ever. I got 99 speed, but the defender has 98 in speed and can jump up, you know, please. You got to throw slants the entire game. Anyway. But, like I said, I'm having fun with you guys or whatever. So, if you guys want to play trivia, if you're up for it right now, did you try calling the number, dude? Because I didn't see it pop up. It did not get forwarded to me, and it should be on as I drop my cell phone. No. 833-777-MEAN. But if you want to just type in the chat and do it that way, if you guys would prefer to do it that way, and that includes the people that are watching on Kick, you're going to have to do ! Trivia. And I can spin the wheel. If you want me to spin the wheel, I'll go get it. We'll spin it. Matter of fact, let me grab the wheel anyway. Let me do that right now. Jesus Christ. Is there enough fucking wires? God damn. All right. I need more room. I mean, there's like no room in here. People don't realize how hot it gets in a booth, though, either. It's crazy warm in here right now. All right, so I got the wheel here right now. Alexa, turn first light green. Alexa, turn first light green. Okay. Jeez, I got to yell at her. Every woman in my life is fucked up. All right, so here's the wheel. See it? It's a real wheel. Yeah, I know. It's sitting in a box too. I gotta mail it to Shore, which I think is in California or something. I don't know. This one's not bad though. This is I call it the Fidouche. It sure is. I know. Now I've been lucky with that. I didn't break. It's been almost a week. I haven't broke a controller. I'm up to 5 now. Or I've destroyed 5. I tried to destroy one today when I threw an interception in the first day. First thing this morning. And that was it. Drew Brees was fucking out of there. It was pissing me off. All right. Who wants to do trivia? We got $5 and $10 questions on the wheel. It's been a rough week, man. I got hammered with the $20 questions the other day. Fuck that. Exclamation point trivia. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, dude, you could use some of these meanies now. Only a few have been approved. I'm still waiting for approval. So here's one, and here's one. Those are the meanies. You have snatchies. I have meanies. Some of them didn't get approved. I don't know why. Like I have like when people are like subscribers at different tiers, you got like little Hulk head. Then there's a bigger Hulk, like anything mean I got on there going. And then there's like a bigger one. So oh my God. Yeah, let's do trivia. You guys up for that? I don't know who else is in the room here. That's actually because there's going to be people that are watching, that are I should say are listening, because we're doing the satellite hookup. So you'll see like all of a sudden 50 people will pile in, but not everyone is chatting. That's why they can't. They're not actually in the room, but they're on their browser on the satellite. So that's why that is. So you'll see it jump up to 60, and then it'll go down to 10. But that's why I figured this out. I called the guy today. All right. Well, if Dude is the only one that wants to play trivia, I'll go head on with Dude. Now you can either ask me a question or I'll spin the wheel, and you know what I'll do? If you want to call the number, you can. If you're not up for calling the number, okay, I just got a message from Kick saying, oh, I guess it's the end of the month. Ooh. Okay. They had all day. They send it to me when I'm live. Anyway, and my whole thing is what? I have a brand new gaming table. I don't know why I bought a gaming table, but it just seemed like really solid and nice, and you can't really see it though, but it smells like coffee now. Coffee was spilled all over the goddamn place. So it's still wet over here and everything because someone gave me an open thing of coffee. So The mouse pad is all wet. Fucking awesome. Anything else? Perhaps I can catch COVID while I'm here. Anyway, why don't we do this? Since, dude, I don't know. I guess Budweiser's in there. We're going to do it like this. We'll make it a question. I'm going to flash a picture up on the screen. Are you up for Super Bowl trivia, dude? You good with that? We will do a Super Bowl one. I kept some from the other day. You weren't in the room, so. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll start out easy. We'll start out with a $5 question. So, oh, man, look at dude. How do you not love this guy? Anyway. That's fucking awesome. Love this guy. If we went to high school together, dude, I guarantee we would have been like best friends in high school, man. Just me and you. Just would have been friggin' awesome. You know what I mean? Wow, look at that. And just when we were about to start the trivia, great. Now I'm going to get murdered with the money. All right, we get the wheel. See the wheel? It's not bright enough in here. This is an original, by the way. You see this? From 1978. That's the original Halloween. This is the 13th one ever made from 1978. See that? I don't know if you could get a good look at it or whatever. It's from 1978. It was an absolute original. And when I flung the coffee at the person that gave me an open thing of coffee while I was live, I got some of it on there, so now I got to clean that up. All right, so it's a little bit lighter in here. Alexa, turn second light blue. And okay, so here's the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel right now. I know it's a little dark over here, but the fuck. Here we go. This is a real wheel. Look at this wheel. Yeah. I like it. It's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of room, but I landed on Yo Mama. So we have to do a Yo Mama joke real quick. I'll do the same one that I do occasionally. Be like, Yo Mama is so fat that it takes her 2 trips when she hauls ass. That's got to be the dude. All right, so let's do this. This is the meme machine. You are live on the air. Who's this?
Hi, this is the dude Lebowski. What's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, dude? How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Am I coming through loud and clear?
I can hear you. I don't think everyone else can because I don't have a hookup from the cell phone that it's being forwarded to. We had it on a landline one, but I can hear you.
Nice.
I can hear your voice, but I've heard your voice before. And now we can see each other, but that's awesome. I was trying to tell you, I didn't have a chance to check in with you today. I was busy as hell, but there's a way to do it if we go on. Yeah, if we go on Chrome, then it's like that guest thing on Twitch or whatever, and then you go up on the screen like that little thing like that. But through Restream, there's a link or something that I could send you the link, and then you click on it, and then it goes through there. I'm not sure how all this shit works, honestly. I wanted to. That's what I meant by.
My Discord, I can share my screen via Discord.
Oh, really?
And then you can take my screen and then place that onto your screen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. However you wanted.
Right over.
I mean, I didn't want to, overstep or anything like that. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make.
After a little further research, I found out that it actually takes. You have to be a partner to do the actual guest star.
Oh, well, you're a partner. I'm not. So.
See what I'm saying? No, I'm just affiliate. I'm not a partner.
Oh, I thought you were. It's hard, man. I saw what was. I mean, that's nice. That's not like my big thing. I mean, if I hit that, great. My thing is, obviously my other stuff is trying to get onto iHeart and to that kind of stuff. But if I ever do that, so we can't do that.
You can't do it guest star way unless one of us is a partner.
Oh man.
It's kind of strange.
But that's through yeah.
At the same time, dude, we're gonna get there. The thing is, we're gonna get there. But I've got an idea. I've got ways around it, and it's wonderful talking to you, me and Machine.
Nah.
Hope you're having a fantastic
I know. No, actually, I am.
Pittsburgh Steelers doing in the draft,
We
my man.
yeah, it was
It's
it.
unfortunate that the stream can't hear me, even though I'm talking like they can.
I have you. I know. I have you right by the. I have ambient noise on. That's why you don't hear music in the background. Because when there's two
That's
reasons.
fine.
There's two reasons. One,
So I'll be honest, I have my own music playing, so it's all good.
yeah, no, no,
I don't like their music. It's just I always have music of my own going.
no, no, it's okay. The reason I can't play like the other stuff is because when I'm on Facebook and streaming on YouTube or Twitter or whatever it is, they will clamp down on me and mute me immediately.
Oh yeah,
Immediate. Twitch, it takes a little bit.
completely understand.
Yeah, Twitch, it takes a little bit.
Twitch does not mute me ever, dog.
No, I know and that's cool because you have cool. I can't even get the stuff to play where it's not muffled because it's set up to only pick up my voice and not ambient sound, so it's not picking up the music. And if it's just like even Twitch, one of my earlier streams, they muted part of the telecast or whatever, but I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize my FCC license.
Definitely do that for the VOD, yeah. And your license, I understand, yeah.
But
That's true.
But like I said, because when we're now that during the week when I do we're gonna probably do Monday nights, but not yet. But right now it's just Wednesday nights and Saturdays. But during the week it's just the stream. On the weekend it's the actual live hookup. Like we're on satellite radio right now. It moves from satellite to satellite. So yeah, well my friend Tracy, you missed.
You just gotta get me on there with you. Not that
Of course,
don't have a lot to say, but people want to hear me too. Come on.
of course. What are you kidding me? Of course. I already said earlier you're my favorite streamer, man. Come on. So I have a bunch of we. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm on a delay. That's why we're talking over each other because I'm a five to. We're on a delay. That's why. Um, yeah, that's why I don't mean to talk over you. Of course, matter.
I appreciate the kind words. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Beat Machine. Really appreciate that.
I say what I mean. And I mean what I say, man. Like I said, there's been people that are naysayers, and then there's people that have been nice.
Where are you in? You're in Manhattan right now?
I'm in North Jersey. I'm about 10. I'm about 10 minutes. I'm 10 minutes from MetLife Stadium where the Giants play.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I've been
Yeah,
to.
the Jet Stadium.
Well, it's called MetLife, but the
The Jets home.
yeah, well, yeah, they share the home and everything. But my friend Tracy, I went to high school with her. You missed this earlier. She works in Florham Park, New Jersey. That's where the Jets office is, and she's the one that got me the time slot for satellite radio at the same time as the draft on Thursday. She did me a favor. I went to high school with her. So that's why we were able to be on there at the same time, and the room flooded that day. It was really, really cool. Yeah. I'll wait until I start talking to some of these guys that are on the Giants. I'm going to try it once this show starts getting better and I get on the air more, not just the streaming. I'm going to try to get them on and whatever. I used to have Lionel Manuel used to go on the show.
Hey, what do you think about me running this Jets team in Manhattan?
I like it. I was watching a little bit of it earlier, but
That's hilarious. So much fun, baby. So much fun.
they showed the Jets a lot of love.
I brought Aaron Rodgers back into the helm, and I had to switch my playbook, but I think I might like A-Rod a little more than Bryce Young. Not gonna lie.
I got Bryce Young today. I got everybody today. Walter Payton. I've been waiting for him, so I got him. I got Richard Sherman. The only one that
You got a sweetness? You been waiting for a sweetness? What are you, a Bears fan? You're a closet Bears fan?
no, I'm not a no. I like the older guys. You know what I mean? I got Montana and all that. Hey, there's no Terry Bradshaw. What am I going to do? Where's Namath, man? Come on. So
I
I
love a Joe Namath. That'd be a fucking epic, dude.
I tell you what though, I like the way Aaron Rodgers moves in the pocket and everything, but out of all I have everyone. I have Tebow. I have everybody that came out. But you know whose release I like that works with my scheme? Air McNair.
Ooh, let me guess. Ooh.
McNair.
Oh, Steve McNair?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the release on Montana. He has the same kind of release Montana does as Tom Brady. It's kind of like limp wristed a little bit for me, you know? I don't like it. I wish when crossplay starts, I'm going to probably get Madden 24 on PC. That way, you and I could do squads and do all that kind of shit. We'll be able to, Yeah, we'll be able to do that in the future. But we'll talk about this other thing because
I'll probably download that shit and keep it my damn self.
yeah, because I can't. It's not really my thing. Like I want to be able to show you guys my screen. Like I can't. I don't go through the Xbox. But if you saw my team, like I have 3 teams. The 390. I don't really use anybody under a 97. So I figured I would raffle them. Not raffle them. Like give them away. You know. So I appreciate the raid. By the way, I'm actually going to do something for you right now, and I'm going to do it right now. And hold on 1 second. You're going to get it in 1 second, dude.
I'm not there right now.
There you go. Got it?
You gifted me a sub?
I certainly did, man. That's from me to you. Thanks for the raid, bro.
Let's go. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I said earlier I was going to do one or two on Twitch and one on Kick.
But I'm a mod in here?
Yeah, remember I told you this morning.
Yeah, I did.
Well, the other day I went in your room and I came up as a moderator. I had no idea that I was. Thank you. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And so is Budweiser. He's a moderator. And you notice now we don't have as much. Huh?
Anybody who's like a mutual streamer, I typically like to give a mod because they understand the ins and outs of what it means to be a moderator. Not that you have really any responsibility at all in my stream, but I'm just saying, you just understand what it takes. If you just happen to be there at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, hey, look, I appreciate it. Like I said, but because you know what, we're quickly becoming friends. That's the way I feel about it anyway. And I don't want to, you know what I mean? I am the way I am is like I'm a protector type of guy. So if I'm in there and I see someone dicking around with stuff, I would zap them. You know, I would do that for you. I would, you know.
I trust my mods to do that, yeah.
I know. And like I said, not that you need me to do. That's just the type of guy I am. I'm a very loyal type of guy. You've been nothing but kind and advice, and you gave me advice on stuff. And you're now I see how hard it is that you're gaming and you're trying to read all the stuff that we're typing and trying to concentrate. I didn't realize how difficult it is until I saw it from this end. It's not easy.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realize because.
Yeah, he's trying to make it look easy. Trying to make it look easy.
Well, you do well with that.
Sorry, bro.
Plus, you got to deal with you have like family stuff, and you got to take your son and stuff, and you got to. But you're able to juggle it very. Oh, you juggle it very well, man. No, take it from me. I haven't been streaming a very long time, but I've been broadcasting for decades. I'm telling you, it is not easy to pull off, and you do it really well, man. I admire that.
Family is very important to me.
Yeah.
Pretty much number one, but
Oh, trust me, man. I'm a single dad, man.
try to take my son places and do things.
Yeah. My son was little. My son was little. It seems like not too long ago. It was quite a while ago, but I've been a single dad since he was like 3 years old. So believe me, I know what it takes to have to.
That'd be great. He's turning 5 years old in May, middle of May 18th.
Wow. Good for you. Congratulations, man. Guess how old my son's going to be in September.
I just want to make sure. Oh, how old your son going to be?
Now, remember, I said not too long ago he was in the crib and all that stuff. This is how bad I am with time. My son's going to be 18. My son's going to be 24.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes fast, man. I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old, but you know what?
I'll be there. I hear you.
But not too long ago, I was running out for the school bus and making sure that the cupcakes were there for his birthday at his school, and I had the school bus on top. I did that.
Make sure the snacks were there.
Yep, you got to put all those.
Snack bag.
And you can't put peanuts in there because, God forbid, that he shares his peanuts with someone. They have an allergy. You could be sued.
Can't make any kind of oh god, right?
Oh, shit. When we were little, we just ate whatever. Here, have this peanut butter jelly sandwich and shut the fuck up. Like, nobody really cared about that shit back then. Now it's like, oh, my God. He's allergic to marshmallows or whatever. What the fuck? You know? All right, so let's do trivia. Well, I got you on the line. You want me to just... I'll just tell you one if you want. I was going to show, like, flash a picture up on the screen, but I was going to do a Super Bowl trivia. You good with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Super Bowl's good? Okay. So, and I'll flash it up on the screen so people can see because they can't hear you. But we'll do it that way. So you have your choice, dude. I could do just like one that's kind of considered the same as the draft, since the draft just is going on, or Super Bowl one, or whatever you want. Which one? Which one do you want?
Do something kind of related to the draft.
Okay, it's going to be from a while ago. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's spin the wheel. Hold on. Let's see how bad I'm going to get hammered. Do you have a Venmo or Cash App? Which do you have?
That's a Cash App.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you win, then you whisper to me your stuff. That way the whole place doesn't see, that kind of thing. All right. So this is all right, so this is a $5 one, but this is not going to be an easy one. So I'll do the best. I'll do my best to give you a hint. So here we go. We're going to go back to the iconic 1983 draft class, which was iconic. That's the one that had John Elway, Dan Marino, Todd Blackledge. All those guys came out in 83. Jim Kelly, I think, was a little bit after that. But we're going to talk specifically about John Elway. All right, so obviously he was not drafted by the Broncos. Here's your trivia question. All right. Trivia question is this. And for the people that are watching or listening or whatever, you can partake. But this is for the dude. He's the one who called in first. He's the one that gets the question and he takes the shot at the money first. I got to do it that way. It's only fair. All right, dude, here we go. Who was the original team? It's kind of a trick question. That drafted John Elway. You got 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm thinking about it right now.
It's going to be tough because it's kind of a trick question. We know that it's not the Broncos. We know that.
Baltimore Colts.
Okay, that's kind of right, but it's not 100% right. No, Budweiser, Dad, it's not the Raiders. Okay, so my question was, who was the original team that drafted him? Now, the first NFL... Right, yeah, the Colts took him. Right, but that's not originally who we got drafted from. It was a different... Right, but here's the answer. It's a different sport. He was also a baseball player. Yep, and he was drafted by the New York Yankees. I know. I should have made that like a It's true. You're right about the Colts, and it was the Baltimore Colts back then. And you're right. He did not want to play for the Colts. Somebody got this trivia the other night. We did a trivia that was Bo Jackson was not drafted by the Raiders. Who was he drafted by? And some dude that I had no idea, they just floated into the room, got the answer right. And the answer was Tampa Bay. Yeah. But I should give you credit on that. Well, we did just sub you. We just did give you a free sub, so you didn't walk away with nothing. But you were right about the Colts. But it was, yeah, he sat in the same room. He sat with George Steinbrenner and everything, and he was going to play baseball, and then he ended up playing football. He went back to Stanford. He was in that original game. Remember, the band is on the field. Stanford versus Cal. Remember where the band was on the field? Remember that? Yeah. But yep. All right. So I'm gonna give you another chance here. I'm gonna flash a picture up on the screen. Oh, you got to tell me what Super Bowl it was and who was the MVP. If you get this, I'll give you credit for the other one, and I'll make it a full $10 question. All right? You got my word on that. So I'm gonna flash this. I'm gonna flash the picture. Everyone's gonna see it now. Budweiser Dad saw this the other night, so he can't answer. Or what? Of course. Hey, like I said, come on, man. If I was going to choose anybody, it would have been you. Now, we got one. Budweiser got one the other day. Then he paid it forward and gave one to Hoffman, to Neil Hoffman the other day. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is during the day. And the best thing is, my hours that I stream don't conflict really with yours because you're daytime. And I'm in a different category. So so we could visit each other, and it's like no, and it works out great. You know what I mean? No, but dude,
You know how they can hear me if we talk to each other in Discord.
I have a Discord, which you know. I get weird shit from them. Like, first of all, on my other computer, I have it, and it turns on. Discord turns on when I first turn on the computer, and I cannot stop it from doing that. You know how you could go into your settings and like don't have it like on startup? I can't find the setting for Discord. That shit pops up as soon as I turn on the computer every morning. If you know, I'm not the most intelligent guy when it comes to, but
I run Discord via my browser.
if you could figure out a way,
I don't have the app installed.
no, it's not an app. It's on my. I have it on my computer too. I'm just saying when I turn on the computer in the morning, it automatically is on startup, which I can't stop it from doing that. I don't know. It's weird. I was gonna. I don't really use it. I like you and like two other people have invited me. And that's about it. I don't really. I know it's a private server, but I'm all for it. If you could figure out a way to do it, that's not really my aptitude. But if you could figure out a way to do all the things, I'm all for it, man. That's fine. All right, let me flash this picture. I got to put the headphones back on so I can hear myself. So you're going to be a little muffled, but you can hear me through the stream. All right, so I'm going to give you credit for that other one. So, all right, I'm going to flash this real quick. This is for you. And you tell me I need, but it's a two-parter. You got to get them both to get it, to have it right. And I'm not going to give you time to look it up. And don't look it up because that takes the fun out of it. We're not. You're going to have to tell me what Super Bowl it was, like what number. You don't have to give me the Roman numerals and shit like that. We're not Romans. But, so, like, if it was Super Bowl 10, you have to say, oh, that was Lynn Swann in the Super Bowl 10. Like that. You got to get them both right. All right, so here we go. I'm going to flash this. You're going to tell me who was the MVP and what number Super Bowl it was. All right, here we go. Well, I'm not going to give you another John Elway one. You just had that, so.
1983.
Okay, here we go. Here it is. You're going to get 10 seconds. Ready, dude?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. What number Super Bowl was it? And who was the MVP? And go. 10 seconds. It's up on the screen now. All right. I need to know what number it is and who was the MVP of this Super Bowl. 5 seconds. Take a guess, dude.
Super Bowl 33. Am I wrong?
Yes, you are. All right. So it's misleading. I'm not gonna put it up there. Like in other words, the MVP. Huh? I didn't hear you.
John Elway?
No, Elway wasn't in this one. This was the Niners and San Diego. Actually, it should have been the Steelers, but we lost to San Diego in the championship game back in '94. I was actually at this Super Bowl. This was played in January of '95. It was down in Miami. It wasn't much. Yeah, it wasn't much of it. No, Montana was gone. The MVP was Steve Young. Right, Steve Young, and the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 29. Yeah, so I showed Ricky Waters and everything to throw you off a little bit. Like the other day, I showed one with Jerry Rice, and the guy still couldn't get it. It had fucking Jerry Rice was standing right there, but he didn't get it. But
I was definitely thinking Steve Young or Joe Montana.
you're right. Well, that was the first one that got Young out of Montana's shadow. Remember, he went to Kansas City, and then the next year, they put through. But you'll have other chances, dude. Don't worry. I have other trivia. Yeah, like I said, I just come up with these off the top of my head.
Super Bowl 29.
Yep, I was there. It was not a close game at all. He was. I've been to 4 Super Bowls, man. Yeah, they did. They destroyed that. That was Stan Humphries. That was when he was the quarterback of San Diego. I mean, they. Griggs, yeah, I know. That's Ricky Ward. Yeah, no, you're right. I know it's fucked up. Here's a. That's funny. Yeah. All right, we'll take that one off of there.
Those were
All right.
definitely different days in the NFL.
I gotta go. Mean, have a good show, dude. Have a good guest star. Oh, Budweiser dad was leaving. He was saying goodbye to you. Oh, there's Lebster. All right, just when you thought all was lost, there's my man Lebster. What's up, brah? Yeah, I checked out his stream yesterday. He was doing his thing yesterday, man. Awesome. No, definitely cool dudes. I'd rather have 10 solid dudes than like 50 assholes. I swear to God. I'd rather, like, you got the dude, you got you, there's several. No, seriously. I mean, that's just in the Twitch room, and we have 13 people right now on YouTube. There's some on Facebook. I don't know who's on Twitter right now. And in Kick, there's 14 people. And that's it. That's good enough. You know what I mean? The dude. He goes, forget about the fucking toe. And on the 9th of each month, I think you missed this last month, on the 9th, every 9th, so it'll be on May 9th, I put a thing on Twitter where it's the guy that comes to the dude's apartment and goes, tomorrow's already the 10th, dude, and he goes, far out. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, yeah. Yeah, what a great beginning of the movie. You know, he writes a check for 97 cents. You're listening to a talking tumbleweed, which is what's his face? You know what I mean? It's his voice. Sam Elliott. He goes, I'm a Lebowski. You're a Lebowski. He goes, that's terrific. He goes, how can I help you, sir? You know who that was? That was Tara Reid. She probably kidnapped herself, dude. Oh, I know that whole movie. You kidding me? She was back then, yeah. Yeah, that was great. And Walter's great. And he goes, all right, roll this thing to 15 mph. He goes, I need my whites. He goes, I got my undies in there, the whites. He goes, what do you think, I'm rolling out of here naked? Oh, my God. He goes, phone's ringing, dude. He goes, thank you, Donnie. Oh, when I saw that movie, I was pissing my pants. He goes, I need you to drop your drawers, Lebowski. He goes, no, it's my jaw. He goes, I understand. He goes, drop your pants, please, Lebowski. He goes, he goes, that's fucking interesting. He goes, nobody fucks with the Jesus. Yeah, he goes, he's a pederast. He goes, what's a pederast? He goes, shut the fuck up, Donnie. He goes, it's a league game. He goes, it's a league. He goes, I'm calmer than you. He goes, waving a fucking gun around. He goes, I'm calmer than you. He goes, put the piece away, man. They're calling the cops. He goes, it's a league. He goes, Shomer fucking shop. He goes, all right, God damn. How about when he calls him up? He goes, yeah, I'm home. He goes, you're calling me at home. That's awesome. All right, who wants to win some trivia money here? I don't know. There was a swing and a miss. Dude gave him his best shot. He was close. Close only counts in charades or something, and handguns and hand grenades. Oh, you said Montana. It was Steve Young. And you said Super Bowl 33. It was 29. All right. But if you guys want to do it, I was going to take a quick break because I have to. Special shout out, though, right now to one of our original sponsors, Catalyst Signs. It's catalystsigns.com. They're the ones that made my banner and everything. They are also the ones that made they basically did all the lettering and all that huge stuff at Quest Field. Quest Field, if you don't know, is the practice facility that's right next to MetLife where the Giants and the Jets practice. That's the guy's name is Ted. It's catalystsigns.com. They've been involved with graphics. He's a very old school guy. No bullshit. No, nothing like that. Here's the price. We get it done. We get you the permits. We do it all. They also worked on the Yankee Stadium sign when they were building up Yankee Stadium. So You got to check them out. The guy's awesome. And so a special shout out to Ted at CatalystSigns.com. Catalyst Sign Works. Great guy. No nonsense. No surprise. Like it's going to be this much or that much. Good ones ain't cheap and cheap ones ain't good. Check this guy out. If you ever want graphics done or big signs and stuff like that, he's awesome. And he's all over the place. So anyway, a big shout out to our sponsor for making he also made my banner when we got our first 500 subscribers on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. He made all that stuff on the arm for me. So thank you so much, Ted. I appreciate it. All right, so I got to take a quick break. I have to because we're on satellite radio. So only going to be about a 3 or 4 minute break. And so if you guys are still here, so we got the dude is in here. You got Budweiser Dad still hanging around. Lebster's in here. Camacho was around. Hoppin will probably stop by. We have some people in Kick. I'm going to spin the wheel. We're going to give out more trivia money. Got no problem doing that. I already gifted one sub. I'm going to gift one more. I'm going to gift one more in a little bit, and I'm going to have to do one on Kick as well. And thank you guys. There's a lot of people. Our YouTube exploded this week with followers and likes and what people watching our videos, and the short that I made about making money on different platforms and everything it went like viral. So thank you so much. We have almost 4,000 followers now on Twitter. We just reopened that Twitter account like in February. So thank you to that. Kick, we have some new followers. And the subscribers, it's starting to trickle in here and there or whatever. But I am so thankful and grateful because I've been out of it for 11 years after 26 years of DJing. And the streaming is new to me and everything. But some things don't change, and that's people. So I'm just going to do my thing. But you guys make it all worth it. And once we're out of the red, I already said earlier, we're going to be doing a 50-50 split. 50% goes back into the show for expenses, and the other 50 goes to charity, American Cancer Society and the American Diabetes Association, and I'm going to be paying the taxes on it. It's good to give. I don't do this for the money, so it all goes to a good cause, and that includes if people go on our Facebook page. There's a thing set up for stars, and you buy stars. They're like a penny or 10 cents or whatever they are, and then when you accumulate a certain amount of stars, we get paid on that, like we're monetized on Facebook. That all 100% of that on there or Facebook and Instagram is going to charity. All 100%. You got to give. It's got to do stuff that's good for the soul. You know what I mean? You have to do that. You know, I have another LLC. I'm blessed that I have my own business, all that kind of stuff. This is more of a hobby and something that I love doing. So I'm glad you guys are here. And it's people like the dude and Lester and Camacho and Hoppin and people, Budweiser Dad, who's a moderator, that have encouraged me. You know, I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe I won't do streaming. I'll just concentrate on YouTube. And I said, I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be me. And so far, so good. There's been a lot of stuff going on with me personally and everything. But the show must go on. And you guys really make it worth it. It's like a little family. And from the bottom of my heart, man, the Mean Machine has a heart, and thank you very much. I really, really do mean that. I do. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'm in a great mood, and I'm going to give away some more stuff. When I have the merchandising, I've already spoke to someone about this that used to do our stuff back in 2004. Mean Machine T-shirts. They're black T-shirts with the meanies on them, and there's sweatshirts and hats and shit like that. And Budweiser, go figure. He said, how about beer koozies? A guy named Budweiser, so there's a stretch. Anyway, that's probably a good idea with the summer coming up. I'm going to have koozies, and I'll mail them to you guys and shit. You'll see. I'll take care of the postage and everything. I'm just happy to start building an audience, and it feels like I felt back in the 90s when I was doing this. It's reinvigorated. So thank you so much for that. You have people that are listening, not watching, but listening on YouTube, and they know that we're going to be going on iHeartRadio after May 31st, and I'm very excited about that. It's all starting to come together, thanks to God. Anyway, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the Mean Machine 973 from the great state, the great Garden State of New Jersey. Back in 5. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. Let me take this off the screen. There we go. All right, let's mirror this out. We'll give you a different camera angle now. And we'll mirror this. Boom. And we'll change the lighting. Alexa, turn second light red. Alexa, turn first light red. Alexa's my girl, man. Makes the bed, makes cookies, changes the lights around. You got to tell her a couple times. You know, it's typical. Really is. Hey, Pigma, how are you? We got some people in Kick. How are you doing? You can type in the chat. It's okay. We were getting spammed to death the other day, so I had to turn the settings up big time. I had to put the moderator back on. The Kick one and the Twitch one. So now it's a lot better. We don't have that problem on YouTube. I guess they have their own thing. But first of all, let me lower this friggin' music. Just shut up. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to do some more trivia. I already gave a shout out to catalystsigns.com, one of our sponsors. Yes, I will put the glasses back on. That's what you want? Okay. You guys should be getting channel points, too. I think I set this up right. I'm still waiting for stuff to get approved and that kind of hoo-ha, you know what I mean? So I'm working on it. I'm actually not using Streamlabs as much, even though I subscribed. I have the Ultra on that. I still have OBS. I have Restream. I pay for all three of them, and I barely am using anything. I don't know why I do what I do, but hey, it is what it is. Downtown will probably stop by. He looks like he's streaming right now too. At Lebster, you're in both rooms. Everything, man. He's a really cool dude. We got to get some squads going, man. Dude, I know that you're there, and you have PlayStation, so we can't do it. But I'm trying to get hook up with Lebster. I already did this with Hoffman too, so that we could play. I would love to be on squad. I will do the defense. I'm great with the defense. Somebody take care of the offense and everything, and we will friggin' win. I'm telling you. The only question I have, well, I have several, but I do have a question for people out there, and you guys play Madden like I do. I mean, I love that. I'm not a gamer, but I do play. You know what I mean? I just don't put it up there. And somebody asked me to do a theme team before the Steeler theme team. You know what? When Madden 24 comes out, I'll probably go to and I'll get the PC one. That way I could just share the screen and I could do it right from the studio easier. Because I have like a 42, whatever it is, inch TV in this studio, which is also part of my room and living room. And then we have like a 70-inch TV in the other room, which is what the Xbox is attached to. So the guys are bigger and all that. So I don't want to really move the Xbox in here and do that shit. So I'd rather just do it on PC because I have big screens in here. Anyway, here's my question for anybody that wants to answer this. And it's not just about the trade block, how I could get players to do that. It's not even that. When you're a part of squads, so let's say, I think it's 3 against 3 or whatever it is. And let's say it's me and like 2 other guys. Okay, great. Whose team do you use? How does that work exactly? Like I have an excellent team. I have a 98 overall team. It's almost 99. I have 3 98 teams. 1 Legend team, 1 Steelers team, and then 1 where it's just like the best possible players out there that are in different programs that you got to put in your starting lineup to get the points and all that shit for the comp pass. And I use that team the most because that's where all the newer players are on. So I have great defense. They're all gold 99 and 98s, but the best. Whose team do you use? If you're doing squad, like is it your team and then we flip flop it to mine? Is it your offensive guys and my defensive guy? Like I don't know how that shit works. I really don't. All I know is that I want to play and I want to do that, and it's taken forever for me to grind. I don't have that kind of time anymore to grind and do all the challenges and to do all the solos and then play the head-to-head shit and then the champ games and then the fucking house rules and everything else. I just don't have the time to do it. And I don't stream during the day where I could stream and do and hang out with everyone and then also be playing at the same time like some of you guys do. I'm not even in the same category. And not only that, but I always think that I'm like the best and then I play someone who's really, really good, that they match. It seems like they always match me up on head to head, and I get my ass handed to me. And like by the second quarter, I'm down like 21-7 or some shit like that, and I'm about to rage. I've already broken 5 controllers, so I mean they fell out of my hand. But I'm wondering how that shit works. Really not sure. Well, if anyone could tell me that. But anyway, want to thank new followers that we got. And we got a couple of subscribers that have trickled in. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Trying to put together a good show. It's not the easiest thing to do when you're doing it from week to week and you're not gaming and you're actually, broadcasting. It's a little bit different. And you got to come up with content and everything else. So, Camacho, man, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, we will talk soon. Have a great night. I might go on for a little while tomorrow, but I doubt it. But maybe Monday night. But normally it's Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. But I'll stop by your stream and stuff like that. I'm always happy to see you, man. Thank you very much for stopping by. Glad to be friends. Glad to know you, man. Macho Camacho. He's a good man. Wish you lived closer, man. We would hang out. Anyway. Have a good night. Get some rest. Feel better. God bless, man. All right. If you guys want to do some more trivia, you'd have to type exclamation point trivia, whether you're in. Now, I cannot include the people on the YouTube watching because that's a different venue, and it's hard to do that. And over here, I got to keep that within the stream. So if you're on there and you want to come on to Twitch TV, it's twitch.com/@MeanMachine973. Same thing with Kick. We have people that are watching on Twitter. We have people that are watching on Facebook. If you want to like our Facebook page, same handle on everything. It's @MeanMachine973. We have stars set up too when we got monetized on Facebook and Instagram. So when you get the stars, I think they're a penny or 5 cents or 10 cents, whatever they are, and then we get a certain amount of stars, and then we get the money for that eventually. It's not big money or anything like that, but eventually it will grow. We have over 6,000 followers on there because we've had that page for many years. Same thing with YouTube. We've had that since 2012. That's all going to charity, every dime. Twitch and Kick, any revenue that might come in the future as an affiliate or even partner, if that ever happens. Not really concentrating on that, but if and when that does happen, that's a 50-50 split. 50% to go back into the show to pay for expenses, and then a 50% will go to the charity, split 25 and 25% each. American Diabetes Association and the American Cancer Society. Those are the two that I chose and that I have set up. One of them is already on the Facebook page. The American Cancer Society one, though, is on there, and I'll be paying the taxes on that with my LLC. I believe that it's important to give back. It's important. It's not all about me. You know what I mean? It's about other people. I've been fortunate in my life. I've had a lot of ups and downs, roller coasters, as probably many of you have as well. Physical stuff, just a lot of heartbreak, a lot of different things. But you know what? We're still here, and I'm still around, and I'm still able to talk to the people out there, which is something I love doing and I've done for decades. You know what? I'm blessed. You got to make life into 2 columns, the stuff that you need and the stuff that you want. Okay? And I have everything I need, thank God. The stuff I want trickles in usually around Christmas time, but that's the way. You keep it stupid simple. Stupid simple, can't even say it. KISS. Keep it stupid simple. Don't overcomplicate. Life can be complicated, and it will kick your ass on a daily basis, knock you to the ground, and keep you there permanently if you let it. You have to be resilient. Dust yourself off and get mean, baby. That's how I got through it. You get mean. And you get back up. You're going to get knocked down. Do you have what's inside? What do you have on the inside? When you reach into your soul, do you have enough to get back up? And people are pounding you. Oh, you're drowning? Here, catch this anchor. That's the way life happens. Like that. But you know what? You got to get mean. You got to go for it. Do what you love to do. I spoke about this, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback about it. Do what you love. Why would you put your future, your life, everything in someone else's hands? At least partially. Put it in your own hands. Do your own thing. Reach out to your own people that you want to reach out to. Don't leave that up to Twitch or YouTube. And this is no slight against them. I'm on all these platforms. I'm talking about the platform, the biggest one of all, and that's life. Okay? I know a thing or two about life. I still fuck up and make mistakes. But you must take it into your own hands. Go after your own sponsors. Send demos to them. Have them watch you on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or whatever platform that you're on, Facebook, whatever. You know what I mean? We used to do that and send out, like, don't laugh, but we used to put it on CD or cassettes and stuff like that and send stuff out. There's nothing wrong. There is no law. There's no rule that says you can't seek out and go after, for use of a better word, your own sponsors, people that you want to go to. I gave an example the other night. Let's say you wanted to be part of Red Bull, the sports drink, and you do sports radio like I do. Something seems like that would be a good fit. That's solid, right? Okay, great. There's no rule that says you can't go after them too. Why would you? I mean, obviously YouTube and places like that, obviously a humongous platform, millions and millions of viewers of people. Of course you need them. Unless you have your own algorithm, your own server, your own host, your own this and that. Obviously you don't. So you need them. Of course you do. I'm not saying detach yourself from them. I'm saying it's okay to take the initiative, take the bull by the horns, and at least take a shot. The key is the more shit you throw against the wall, the more sticks. And some of you might think, oh, well, you haven't even been streaming that long. How do you know? Well, because I've been to the top of the mountain. I know what it's like to broadcast. I worked for the Miami Dolphins. I worked for Z100. I worked for Island 107. I did clubs. I did all sorts of sponsors and stuff for Philip Morris. I read copy for Subway, Madden 04. Yeah, Madden. Okay. And National Geographic. I've done Roxy commercials. I've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I did a Subway one a long time ago, whatever. You never saw me, but you heard my voice. And one of my heroes, I wish I could have worked for NFL Films. John Facenda, remember him? And now we're at Lambeau Field. Just his whole aura. He goes, and here he is, number 56, Lawrence Taylor. Just his voice was just great. I always wish I had. Now, I know I have a good voice. I've been told that from time to time, actually all the time. And I'm blessed with that. And thank you so much. I'm flattered. Some of these guys like James Earl Jones, and people like that, just the greatest voices, the greatest comment. I used to love Casey Kasem and Howard Stern and Tony Pigg and Carol Miller and Wolfman Jack and, people like that. And comedy side, like George Carlin and, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy and John Belushi was a big fan. I was a big fan. And Robin Williams, it was really sad. That guy gave everyone joy except himself. Isn't that sad that you never know? You never quite know what people are going on and what they're doing on the inside, Anyway, just wanted to tell you people that. And we could go back to doing some trivia in a little bit. We gave out some earlier. We gifted a sub, but we're going to gift another sub probably in a little bit. That'll be totally random. We'll do that. We're going to do one on Kick and probably one more on Twitch, probably. Can't really do that on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that, but people can go on there and get stars. And like I said, it's all going to charity. That's what we do. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love doing it, and I did it for years. So, for all of our new followers, and as the subs are coming in, they're trickling in, and different followers on Facebook, and we have over 6,000 on Facebook, and we're at about 800 on the new YouTube channel that we have, and we have several hundred on Twitch, and they're starting to build up a little bit on Kick. It's been a little bit slower. Instagram is over almost 4,000. I mean, thank you so much. That means a lot to me because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and my own money and my own time, and it's not easy to do, especially when you've done it and then have to do it again. Here I am 11 years later trying to do the stream thing. We didn't do that back then. So it's different for me, but some things still remain the same, and that's people. And thanks to you guys is why we're gaining popularity, gaining a lot of traction, and going forward. Talking about merchandising, about people editing videos and taking over my social platforms and going to be putting all that stuff on there for me. And because I have my regular business that I have, that takes up my time during the week. But right now it's Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday night. That's a straight stream. On Saturdays, which we're doing right now, it's eventually going to be on iHeart and Spotify, and then we're going to try to hit Apple Music, Amazon Music, go for all the big ones. We're got to hit singles and doubles before you go for the fences. Can't swing for the fences immediately. So we'll be doing that. Merchandising, getting like we did back in 2004 when we had like the meanies on the shirts. It says "Time to Get Mean" and it says "Mean Machine Talk Radio." And I'm looking into all that stuff. We got to start getting out of the Reddit and getting some money. So between the money we're going to give to charity and then the regular money that will come in eventually, It's all good stuff. And like I said, I try to put the best show I can together. But that's where that is. And we're gaining, and we already got another email earlier today about a sponsorship for something else. So thank you so much. I really feel blessed, and I'm not so mean. That's just my moniker. But for all intents and purposes, I am the mean machine. I stick up for those that are not as fortunate. I will always do that. You have a friend here. I'm not on a crusade, but you have a friend here. Nobody will be bullied. Everyone has their own voice of choice. And if we end up being yours, at least partially, thank you. It means a lot to me and my family. Anyway, so we're going to spin the wheel. We could do some trivia if you want to do that. And you're in Twitch or Kick, you got to put exclamation point trivia. And we do have the 833-777 mean number is set up. If you prefer to call, if you're outside of the United States, if you're in and you want to just type in the chat and you want to partake in the trivia and you have Cash App or Venmo, we will pay you right then and there. It's being forwarded because I'm by myself in my home studio tonight. So I'll be able to send you the money right then and there if you win. And you could ask people that come in here on a regular basis. I do pay it out immediately. That's my money. Yep. I do it because I'm a man of my word, and I think that it's fun to do. And even if you don't win the trivia, you learn something, you know what I mean? But it's fine. It's inclusive of everyone. It's not just sports. You want to do movie quotes, you want to do music stuff, whatever you want. I got something for you. You want to try to stump me and win the money that way? Sure. If the wheel spins, when it spins, and if it lands on stump me, then hey, stump me, stump you. So we'll have some fun with that. Got a little bit of background music going on. So yeah, the NFL draft, that's still going on, the later rounds. But being a Steeler fan, I was pretty happy that we traded up from the 17th spot in the first round to the 14th from New England Patriots, and we grabbed Broderick Jones. Made a lot of moves in the offseason. We're still making free agent moves. We just got Sullivan. He's a slot corner. He worked. Well, yeah, I guess you could say worked. He played alongside Patrick Peterson, both on Minnesota, and now they're both Steelers. Man, I wish we could have Justin Jefferson. Imagine. Have him on one side and George Pickens on the other, and Kenny Pickett running around like a madman. Najee Harris busted through the line, jumping and flipping over people. Guy reminds me of Jamal Charles a little bit, just like a different one. But a lot of good stuff happening. How did your team do? Are you happy with the way that your team drafted and who they drafted? Are you unhappy? Are you happy about free aging signs? You want to talk about Madden? We had new cards that dropped today. Ultimate Legends, which are my favorite. I got Walter Payton today. Richard Sherman and Dwight Clark. I did not get Ted Hendricks yet. I have a 93 Ted Hendricks, which I don't use anybody under a 97 anymore if you want to be competitive. If it wasn't for the trade block, I'd be giving out some cards. I have 3 teams. They're all 98 overalls. And I have a Steeler-themed team, which I don't mess with. But I have another one that's just a regular team that's got all like the different program people, the best people you could have. I have it at every position, offense, defense, special teams, everything. And, of course, I have a Legends-themed team that's a 98, about to turn 99. I have all the new quarterbacks. I have everybody, Montana and Tebow and this one. Actually, I'm really digging Aaron Rodgers, but I really like Steve McNair. He seems to be like he reminds me a little bit of Elway. I don't like the release that Montana has, though. Yeah, he could throw the bomb if you have on, like, the bomb, bazooka, whatever it's called. I just don't like his release. And Tebow is great, too. And Cam Newton, I got him. And I got rid of Josh Allen because I don't really use him. But Tebow is a lefty, and it kind of screws me up. That was the problem I had with Brunell, problem I had with Steve Young. Throwing that ball from the left hand, crossing over to throw to the guy streaking down the sideline in a vertical on the right, kind of screws me up. I have the best receivers, in my opinion. I got Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Jefferson. I just got Andre Rison the other day. I've already had a ton of great receivers anyway. I have the best defenders. If it's a gold 99 or anyone even close to that. But the best player, I'll tell you who I think is on Madden at this point. Can't talk about previous years, but the Ring of Honor, Lawrence Taylor. The Ring of Honor, Lawrence Taylor, he's a 99, right? Or 98, 99. He's a 99. I have him. The guy is all over the field. He's sacking the quarterback. He's stopping the run. He's pulling back and intercepting pass. He's flipping guys in the air. If you don't have Lawrence Taylor, I highly recommend that you get the Ring of Honor, the one that came out last month or whatever it was, Lawrence Taylor. Get him. Whether you amplify him or whatever they call it, like the little star thing, and you activate him, whether you activate him or not, the guy is a friggin' maniac. He's awesome. So look into that if you're playing MUT. before Madden 24 comes out, which I think is in August, I think I'm going to go to PC. That way I don't have to do like what gamers do, because I'm not really a gamer, but I play. And a lot of people have asked questions about anything. I'd like to be able to share the screen. So rather than taking pictures, which I'm going to have to do to show my team and see who we're going to give away and different gameplay and everything, instead of trying to do it with the Xboxes in the other room, it's in my son's room, I'm just going to get the PC version. I can share the screen. But got to wait for 24 for that. So every time I say I'm not going to spend any more money or coins or rip any more packs or anything, I'm good with what I have. Then somebody that great, like Walter Payton, comes on. I'm like, God damn it. And you got to blow out all that money. I got Bryce Young. I got a few of those. I've been selling them today. I'm the only older person that I have. When I mean older, when I say that, I mean like that I've had in the game since probably season 2 or 3 or whatever it was, is John Elway. I'm probably going to get rid of him, though. I don't really use him. Not because I don't like him, but it's just there's too many good guys. Every running back, Falk, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Quadfather, King Henry, Cordell, Flash, whatever. I got Marshawn Lynch. I mean, I am, and Bettis. I mean, I'm worked on. I am stoked on offense and defense. I have the best offensive line. Larry Allen, all those guys run you one side and pouncing in the middle. And I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't guarantee a win, because I played with guys that have about the same type of aptitude as far as people and the same kind of team, and they're just better. Hey, more power to you. You don't have to be a dick about it, though, when you win. Some of these guys, they try to throw in your face, like, all right, you can be cocky and you beat me. Okay, great. But I don't quit. I don't care if the score's 55-0. I'm going to make you play every down. I'm going to use my timeouts. I'm going to keep pounding the rock. I don't give a shit. I don't quit. No easy wins with me. If you're going to beat me, fine, beat me. But pack a lunch, baby, because you're going to be there all day. You know what I mean? You got to be that way. Well, people, why would you rage quit if you're down 7-0? What, are you kidding me? That's why there's 4 quarters. Some people are slow starters. Other people start quick, and then people's defense gets tired. The schemes start to you get to figure it out a little bit. You got film study on some of these guys. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. Who cares it's just a game anyway, right? You want to be competitive and everything? Cool. May the best man win. But at least, and especially this time of year, and especially in Madden, I mean, everybody's got there's no teams that are like in the 80s anymore. That's only on solo challenges. I have fun with it, though. I went down that rabbit hole years ago. I played Madden 94, man. I was young. I was little. No, I wasn't that little. But you know what? It's, and people bitch and moan like, oh, it could be. Yeah, of course. It could be a lot better. The graphics suck on some of the stuff. You ever go, it's like the movie Ghost. You can walk through the guy on some of the stuff where you're caught jogging in place. I had to give up a game and lost the championship game because of that. The thing locked up on me or whatever. But if you ever played Tecmo Bowl, if you're old enough that you played that back in the day, or the early Maddens and everything, they came a long way. Do they their graphics kind of suck for 2023? Yeah, they do. They could be much better. The graphics weren't that much better than 2005. You know what I mean? That was quite some time ago, even though it doesn't feel like it was. So the fact that you can interact and, do cards like when we used to trade baseball cards, stuff like that when I was a kid or whatever, same kind of thing, but now it's done electronically. I still think that that's a cool thing. The fact that they hide everything behind microtransactions and it's kind of bullshit. You used to be able to play all the older teams, the 85 Bears, the 78 Steelers, the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Cowboys, or whatever. You'd have to pay for that, and you just played. Everybody wasn't so goddamn greedy. Now, forget it. Every game is monetized now or microtransactions. There's nothing micro about it. So if you want 12,000 points, you want to get a really good pack, it's like $140. Let me ask you this. For those that are listening and they play Madden, Mutt and all that stuff, why do you get taxed? Why does EA take 10% from your auction? So if you go into their marketplace and you buy something like with your credit card, you buy a pack or you buy whatever it is, Madden points, whatever it is, and you have to pay tax on it, just like any other credit card transaction, right? So you get hit on that. And then when you sell the guy, let's say you got a bunch of guys and you want to auction them off and make some money, make some coins and buy other players, or just, up your coin stack or whatever it is that you do, or trade it in for training or whatever it is. Why do you got to pay 10% tax? You already paid for the whole damn thing over and over again. You had to buy the packs from them because, God forbid, you try to buy the coins from someone, then they're going to knock. That's what killed the trade block and everything. The greedy bastards, right? Who overdid it. So why do they tax you on it? So you're getting taxed twice. Once when you buy the pack, and then once when you try to sell some of these packs. What the hell do they need their 10% for? Really? Fucking sucks. Greedy. EA is greedy. It's in the game, all right. It's in your ass. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. If you do want to do trivia, for Venmo or Cash App, we will give it out. We have $5, $10, and $20 questions, believe it tonight. I'll spin the wheel. I got the wheel right here. And whatever it lands on, I will pay you out immediately. You get it if you get it correct. Now, you could either call 833-777-MEAN if you prefer to do it that way if you're out of the United States, and we do have several that are. Or you can, I can flash a picture up on the screen, whether it be music or movies or Super Bowls or whatever it is, NBA. And you can either stump me or I can stump you with it, whatever it is. And if you win, we will pay it out. Sometimes there's 2-part questions, so it's 5 and 5. We'll give the sub out if you want. I want to give out some players. We have to figure out a way around the trade block to be able to make that happen. And so on and so forth. So if you win, you get paid. And I'll do as many. You want to do 20 questions in a row? We'll do 20 in a row. I got the money to do it. We'll do it. Not going to make them super easy, though, either. And I don't even really have to look this stuff up. This is all up here in the noggin. A lot of useless knowledge up there. I do have to take a break, though, because we are live satellite radio, and we're on a 5 to 7 second delay, which is the law. That's the rules, baby. I signed up, and I okayed it. So I'm supposed to take a break by 12:15. It's like 12:12 right now, so we might just dip out a little bit early. So if you want to play trivia, you want to do that, you want to talk about Madden, we could do that. You want to talk about the show, you want to talk about the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, the Major League Baseball is rolling now, right? It's going on almost a month that started. Whatever team you like. You don't have to be a Yankee fan like I am. I don't care. Whoever your team is, you want to talk about. You want to talk about how the draft went yesterday for your team? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Are you sad? Are you thrilled? I mean, what's the story? We could do that too. Man, we could talk about life if that's what you want. I've always thought that nonfiction, real stuff was always more interesting than the made-up stuff. Because the made-up stuff is based on stuff that really did happen, which is nonfiction. Like those that don't understand history are doomed to repeat it. That kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm glad to see that we got some more followers and everything. And we had some regulars that stopped by. Maybe we'll get some more a little bit later on. We usually go to about midnight. That's normally what we do. Well, we're going to go a little bit longer. We got a little bit of a late start. So a lot of people have to get up early or whatever and go to church, I'm sure. So I'm going to take a little break right now, 5-minute break. I'm going to come back. We'll spin the wheel. We'll do a little bit more trivia. We'll talk about what you want to talk about. I wanted to welcome the people that are listening in on satellite radio and pretty much all over the world. Not that we have the entire world, but there's people in different parts, different hemispheres. There's people in Honduras. I looked at the metrics. Honduras, Spain, Italy, yeah. We have people in Australia, Japan, Canada, a lot in Canada, and London. So that's pretty cool. Mean Machine is going worldwide, baby. We're not stopping. We're rolling. And we have people that are watching on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook tonight. Remember, those stars are set up on there. You buy those little stars. I think they're only a few cents or whatever. It's all going to charity. So check that out on our Facebook page. Everything we have, all our handle is the same on all platforms, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or Twitch or Kick or YouTube or whatever it is. Instagram, it's all at Mean Machine 973. All right. If you would like to email us and you have a question about something, you want to tell us something, you want to ask us something, and you don't want it to be live when you do it, and you don't have access to Twitch or Kick or YouTube or whatever, but you want to just email. Some people do that too. Some people are old school like that, and I love that shit. I think that's awesome. It's Mean Machine 973 at outlook.com. Anyway, going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the crack in less than 5. See a meanie? Here's a meanie. He's like, let me see a little meanie. Ha 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 ha. It's meanie. Oh, nice. I subscribe to my own channel. How did I do that? Anyway. Got another meanie. I'm waiting for this one to get approved. How about you guys like this one? You like this? This is the bomb, the little devil bomb meanie. I kind of like that one. All right, I'm gonna leave that one up on the screen. We'll be back in 5. You are listening to the Mean Machine Radio Network, the Mean Machine Talk Show. Sports, movies, music, pop culture, all of it wrapped into one. Trivia, along with life, because sometimes that gets in the way too. We're back in 5. Don't go anywhere. you're going to see a little stutter. And I muted out my mic for a while. I wonder how long I was muted for. Interesting that it doesn't tell me that I was muted. I need to give it away to different charities and things that we're going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, like I said, 100% of that is going from anything we bring in on Facebook that we're monetized on our Instagram or Twitter. That is all going to charity, 100%. The rest of it, just to reiterate, because I think it was muted a little bit. We're going to, do that for YouTube. That's going to help pay for the Twitch and Kick, which is going to be a 50-50 split. 50% to go back into the show and get us out of the red, and the money that I've already spent and continue to do on promotions and merchandising and whatever and whatnot. And then 25% to the American Cancer Society, 25% to the American Cancer Society. American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, I should say. Those are the two that I chose because they're near and dear to my heart, and for personal reasons, those are the ones I'd like to give some out to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital too. It's good to give. You can't I'm not in it for the money. Once it's there, that's great. But you got to give back. You can't be soulless and do this. You got to give this. You got to be a real person and give back because you only have one life. And I wanted to just end with nothing sports or movies or music, but, and I mentioned this earlier, remember the 3 columns of people. If you're doing this for the first time, like, we haven't been streaming long. We've been broadcasting for many, many years, but this is new to us too. The things that have worked in the past, the old school approach is still relevant today, and I put this on our Twitter feed and everything. See us on all of the different channels. Follow us on Facebook. Sub to us or follow us and like us on YouTube. It's all at MeMachine973. We have TikTok. We have Instagram. We have Twitter. We have Twitch. Twitter feed is the best way because I update everything on there. So if you get the opportunity to, but just remember, the biggest platform that you will ever be on is life. So remember the 3 columns of people. I'm going to end with this tonight on Saturday. There's column A, B, and C. And no, we're not talking about Chinese food because that'll get you hungry, right? And then you'll be hungry 2 hours later. Anyway, there's 3. Column A are the people that have no idea that you exist. And whatever you do, whether it's streaming, whether it's broadcasting, whether it's you're a YouTuber, whether you're doing stuff that has nothing to do, that's not even internet-based, whatever it is, and you're trying to gain a community, gain a following, you know what I mean, gain a audience. Wow, I can't even talk. There's 3 columns. Column A is the people who have no idea who you are. 0 idea that you even exist in this universe. Then you have column B. Those are the people that actually do know who you are and have discovered you, and they do not give a rat's ass who you are. It's not in their wheelhouse. It is not their cup of tea whatsoever. Not maybe you, just they're not into sports and movies and music. They're very serious, or they're into politics, or they're into religion, whatever it might be. You're not for them. Okay, fine. It's not a cookie cutter, one size fits all. So that's column B. A little bit rougher, a little bit more harsh. I get that, but this is reality. And then there's column C. This one is blank. And this is the one that you have to morph the people from column A who don't know who you are and column B who don't care who you are, and you make them into C and become your audience. That's how it works. That's how you get monetized. That's how you're successful. And you don't measure it by the money in your wallet. You measure it by the way that you present yourself, because life is a state of mind. The biggest platform you will ever perform on or be part of is life. Take your life into your own hands. And what I mean by that is not like a car accident. You know what I mean? Why would you put your fate into YouTube and have them get the money? Go after your own sponsors. Send out your demos. Do the best you can. Be the same way. If there's 2 listeners or 2,000 listeners, I don't know how many we have until tomorrow's analytics, until tomorrow's stuff comes out from the uplink to see who was listening or watching us. So some people are watching us. Some people are watching us and listening to us. And then when the damn mic muted out, probably just watching us. And then you had the people that were on satellite TV that you'll see a cumulative total. Like all of a sudden 100 people come in the room, but they're not saying anything. It's because they can't. They're on they're watching on their browser. Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to be the same way. I'm going to talk to 4 or 5 people that just came into the room and 15 people that are in Kick. And there's a few people on YouTube and there's some on Facebook and probably Twitter. I don't even have that up right now. You got to be the same way. It's the lottery ticket syndrome. Would you play the lottery the same birthdays or the same numbers you've played for years? The one time you don't, and those numbers come out, how would you feel? Now, you lose a lottery every time you play, right? Nobody wins that thing. Or, I mean, I'm sure people do, but nobody I've ever met that I can remember that won millions and millions and millions of dollars. Otherwise, I would make sure I'm good friends with them. But I'm just kidding. Well, not really. But point being is, it's kind of like a segue. What I was trying to say is that is the same. It's a stupid analogy, but it's a metaphor for life. Don't switch what you're doing. If this is what you want to do and you're good at it, or this is what you love and you're just getting better and you're doing it on the fly or whatever the case may be, you're in it for the money eventually, or you're just doing it because you love doing it. And you're going to be successful because you would have did it either way, whether you made money or not. And that's why you will be successful, if that makes any sense. But it's true. Listen to the meme machine. I know life. I know what it's like to be successful, and I'm going to be again. That was my choice that I stepped away from it. I didn't, get fired or go down the tubes or anything. I went on to other ventures and other businesses and other things like that. But now I'm back. Oh, I have other business stuff that I deal with and 2 different LLCs. But the bottom line is don't switch up. Don't change your lottery numbers because they will come out eventually. And you'll be sorry and regretful for the rest of your life if you changed. Because people said, oh, play different numbers. They're not going to come out. Or don't broadcast or stream about that. Do something else. It's a saturated market. If that's what you want to do, do it. Do it. You miss every shot you don't take. Michael Jordan said that, and he's a winner. You know what he said once, and it's on a poster too? He said, I lose, and I lose, and I fail, and I fail. And that's why I'm successful. Think about that. Chew on that for a while. Okay? The guy's won just about everything there was, every accolade there is in basketball and other things. I think he knows what he's talking about. So anyway, that's the lottery ticket syndrome. Don't switch up. Keep playing the same one. Let the people find you. I'm not saying don't promote yourself and do promotion stuff like that. I do. I'm not saying don't do that. Of course, do it. If you have the means, if you have the know-how. I don't even have the know-how. I have the means, and I just do the best I can with it. Don't switch up for anybody. At the end of the day, you come into this world alone, you're right. You by yourself when you come out of them, and you go out alone. You got to live in the dash. You know what the dash is? You ever look at in a cemetery on a gravestone, and you see the year that someone was born and the year that they died, and there's a dash in there. Live not for the beginning or the end. Live during the dash. Live inside the dash. How are you going to make your dash? What are you going to do? Keep doing what you're doing. I commend you for it because in my eyes, and you should have in your eyes, you are already a winner. You're already a winner. Remember that. Don't lose sight of that. You only get one life. You're not a Buick. You can't turn in for a new one. This is it, baby. We only go around this once. Make it count. Get knocked down. Get back up. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to suck. You're going to be horrible at everything. But then realize that is a prerequisite of getting better and being great. Don't measure it with what you got, money that you got in your wallet. Don't listen to the noise. I had someone yesterday, too. They always trying to bring you down or whatever. Not everyone, but there's certain people. That's free publicity. They are taking away from their shitty life to tell you how shitty they think that your life is or what you're doing is this or it's not their cup of tea. They could just bow out gracefully. No, they got to be assholes about it, right? They're giving you free. They're taking time away from their stupid stuff or whatever it is to give you shit about yours. You should thank them. They just gave you free publicity. Free. See what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna. And I'm glad that you were here with me. Even though I was muted for part of it because I still suck. You know what I mean? Obviously, I know shit about streaming. But like I said, the platform called Life, I've done pretty well with it. And I'm going to continue to. And that I cannot do without my audience, without my community, and without my family. And you're a part of all of that. So thank you very much. For those that listened in on the live streams and the satellite radio hookup that we had, thank you. Thank you very much. We'll be back Wednesday night live. We will be streaming during the week. I might do a little bit tomorrow, but that's just an audio video check or maybe some Monday night stuff just to get some hours in. However, the people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Kick and Twitch and Twitter and everything, thank you so much. All the new subscribers, all the new followers, all the people that I'm engaged with right now they're encouraging and like what's going on. We're starting to snowball. It's getting bigger. We're gaining traction in a short period of time. I thank 2 people for that. One is God, and the one is you guys. Can't do it without you. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here talking to myself, and they made medication for that, which I have, by the way. So, for all of us here, which means me, at the Mean Machine, thank you very much. Have an enjoyable Sunday, whatever you do with friends or family or just hanging out and doing nothing. No football tomorrow, but every day that goes by is another day closer to the 2023 season, so you have that to chew on. Thanks for being mean with me all night long. We'll see you again, maybe Monday night. We'll send it out. If you follow us on Twitter or our other pages, you'll have updates of when we're going to be live again. We'll do more trivia. We'll gift out more subs. We'll have some fun. Like I said earlier, we haven't been here a long time, but we're definitely here for a good time. So be part of the Mean Machine train, baby. Hop aboard. It's going to be a great ride. Have a good night. Take care. Say a prayer. Comb your hair. And we'll see you there. Peace with chicken grease. I'm out of here. Good night.